welcome to the channel. As you see in the thumbnail, what if Naruto has been granted to mysterious power and harem with Hyuga Part 1. Before I start, please do support for more awesome content, and subscribe my channel. Naruto Uzumaki was what you would call a low-ranking shinobi, genin, of Konohagakure, the village hidden amongst the leaves. This village is located in the Land of Fire. There are 5 great villages within the elemental nations. The Land of Lightning is represented by Kumogakure, village hidden amongst clouds. The Land of Water is represented by Kirigakure, village hidden amongst mist. The Land of Wind, represented by Sunagakure, village hidden amongst the sand. The Land of Earth has Awagakure, village hidden amongst stones. And finally, the Land of Fire has Konohagakure. Naruto was not what you would call a normal child. He was the human container of the greatest of the 9-tailed demons that once roamed the land, destroying all that stood in their way. The famous 4th Hokage, Fire Shadow, elite shinobi leader of Konoha, fought the 9-tailed demon in mortal combat to protect the village. Unable to kill such a beast, he sealed half of its being within himself, and half into the body of child only hours old. That child was in fact Naruto, who hadn't had his chakra system develop yet, combined with the blood of an Uzumaki, was able to contain the beast. The sealing of the demon cost the Hokage his life, and his death was mourned throughout the village. As for the boy, well, he was seen as the demon reborn in the hearts of many ignorant villagers and the hearts of many shinobi. Against the 4th Hokage's wishes, he was subject to the abuse of many around him in various ways. Normally it was just being ignored, however more than one threat on his life had been made before. The boy had been through it all at this point in his life, yet he keeps an idiotic smile on his face. You know what? Everyone knows the basic story, just know it's a bit worse for him here. Let's just move on. Where is my beer? Prelude, a new dobe. We find ourselves starting off in the 44th Battle Training Ground. The Forest of Death. 3 young shinobi can be seen slowly moving to the tower located in the center of the forest. The first individual, a 12-year-old male, wearing a pair of orange pants that are way too bright to be legal. His shirt is gone, his headband drooped, barely still on his head. He was covered from head to toe in cuts, gashes, and dried blood. As he walked, it can be seen that he is the sole reason the trio is moving, as the other 2 are unconscious. This is just not my day, is it? Naruto Uzumaki, the ninja in orange pants, moaned to himself as he slowly dragged his 2 unconscious teammates, Haruno Sakura, age 12, and Uchiha Sasuke, age 13, closer and closer to the tower, praying to Kami above that no one else would arrive to attack them. As he slowly made his way closer, his vision began to get blurry and a great pain ran through the muscles in his neck, causing him to nearly collapse more than once along the way. As he slowly lugged himself and his teammates along, he began to think back on what happened just a few hours ago. He grimaced as he mused over his own misfortune. During the Chunin exams, being the exams taken in an attempt to elevate one's rank, Naruto and his squad made an attempt to collect a scroll from another team, as was the rules, and get to the tower located in the center of the forest. They managed to get a scroll and were on their way to the tower when things went to hell. Man, it's so hot, Sakura whined as they passed through the trees. Sasuke grunted as he tried to tune out the pinkette, while keeping a vigilant if arrogant eye out for dangerous traps and shinobi. Hey Dobe, tried to keep up if you don't want me to leave you out here. Sasuke then made a salty grin while imagining being anywhere else but near his cheerleader in training. Hey, even if I got lost, I could just follow Sakura's voice all the way to the tower, Naruto stated carelessly, resulting in Sakura smashing his head with her own hard enough to leave a small crater where his head hit earth. Naruto, you baka! She screeched in a very loud voice, triggering Sasuke to hold his ears in protection from the screech. Kill Naruto later, Sakura. We all have to be at the tower or we all fail, Sasuke said, jumping back into the tree. He is right though, he mused as Naruto joined them back in the trees, nursing his head, which now sported a rather large goose egg. The 3 shinobi continued towards the tower with relative ease. They were only a couple miles to go when a great burst of wind came and shot at the 3 ninja. Naruto quickly pushed the other 2 out of the way and took the full blast head-on, which shot him far in the other direction, losing sight of his teammates. As he began to get up, he was attacked by an enormous snake. What in the foo dash? Naruto was quickly muffled as he was devoured whole. Quickly using his only real move, Naruto a hand sign Kage, Bushin no Jutsu, he shouted out, filling the snake with clones of himself to the point it exploded, scattering clones and snake everywhere. Thought I was a goner there. What the hell do they feed those things? He said to himself before remembering he had teammates in trouble. Oh crap, we are in trouble, aren't we? He stated with his shoulders shrugged, before he ran off, following the trail his body had from before as he hurried back to the others. Sasuke was not having much luck. Right after Naruto was forcefully ejected, they were attacked by a grass shinobi who not only could predict every move he made, but he also had Sakura shouting in his ear that he was the best, and you can kill him. Sasuke, really, it was most annoying. For once Sasuke wished Naruto was there. Sasuke would never admit it out loud, but he trusted Naruto to an extent and recognized him as a rival. Naruto was so unpredictable in his combat that perhaps he might be able to help him with the current fight at least more than his cheerleader was anyways. The grass ninja, choosing to torture his victims, focused a strong amount of killing intent directly at them both with his left eye, resulting in showing them their own deaths. This resulted in Sakura being knocked out for the count, so to speak. Sasuke, realizing he wasn't in any way a match for this shinobi, offered his scroll in return for his team to be let go. The grass ninja laughed at this act. The prey seemed smart, but I don't want that prize, he said as his neck stretched out a few feet in order to bite Sasuke. Right before he was able to bite down, a pair of unexpected kunai flew at the man, and one grazed the man on his neck. Ah, who would disturb me and my prey, the ninja said in a deep, hollow voice as all eyes were on the treetop. I did, ya freaky pedo, Naruto said as he jumped down. Oh, how did you escape, my little pet? The ninja asked, causing Naruto to pull out another kunai. Because it was lame, as he grinned as he chucked the kunai at the snake's neck again, making it recoil back into his head. Fine boy, I'll deal with you first, boy. The man sneered as he passed through hand signs at a speed the others couldn't even see. Seniai Tajashu, he said as he launched a large group of snakes at the boy, which hit him dead on. Head too easy, the ninja said before the Naruto disappeared and a log with paper bombs replaced it. Boom! The snake-like man was barely able to create a clone to take the damage before the explosion. Little brat, he thought as his fist came out and punched the real Naruto in the gut so hard that his body seemed to distort space for a second before being launched through a tree and striking the boulder behind it, knocking him out instantly. Now where were we? The man said as he turned to a now very disturbed Sasuke and lunged forth. Akawake, a voice was heard inside Naruto's head as he laid there. Who are you? Naruto asked the voice. The one who has been with you your whole life, the voice said, causing Naruto to get angry. What kind of crap is that? Nobody has been with me my entire life, so don't start that crap and don't you dare make riddles because them. Naruto continued to vent and rant until the voice was heard again. I am that which makes you special. Upon hearing this, Naruto grimaced. Wait, so you are the stupid fox? Come out here so I can put my size 5 shoe up your narrow ass. The voice then emitted a light laugh. No, the QB has been dead since you were around 5 years old. Naruto's eyes grew wide before shouting at the unseen owner of the voice. Wait, what? The fox was stripped of its body and put inside you. The seal killed it when you were 5, giving all its power and abilities to you, it said, making Naruto lower his head. So I am the fox now? They were right then, the voice then bellowed. No. You are you, they were wrong as you were to think I was the fox. Naruto looked forward and said, I don't see you. The voice then said, chuckled, of course not. I am the wind, I am you, I am unprediction, I am your sealed power, I am your Kakagenkai. Now call forth your power, absorb me as you were meant to. Let us return as one, and break the seals those stupid villagers and shinobi put on you to limit your power. Call me forth. Sarantagan was heard, and a great wind was felt circling around everyone. All eyes went towards the sound of the voice. Naruto was no longer by the rock. He was now standing up and his features had changed significantly. Instead of his short blonde hair, he possessed long flowing blonde hair. His body seemed to have grown as well because his orange jumpsuit had become skin tight. His body impression could be seen now, and he possessed a well-defined body for a boy his age. His face had changed as well. The baby fat was now just a bit here and there with his whisker mark scars becoming fine and thin. His eyes no longer blue with black pupils but were pure ocean blue with a very light blue, almost glass or ice-like set of pupils. He was also extremely pissed off. So the boy wakes up, does he? The snake asks right before Naruto disappears from view. What the unable to finish as a fist hit his true face, firing him through the air into the tree behind him. That was for that punch earlier, Naruto said. Sasuke was at a loss, barely conscious from the attack the snake had last hit him with. He watched with amazement as Naruto charged the man. His voice even changed. It's less annoying than it was. Kege. Hibi Rendown Snake shouted, firing a huge barrage of snakes at the blonde-haired boy, only for the boy to simply hold out his hand. Hayatan, Wave of the North, Naruto calmly stated while releasing a wave of extremely cold wind, freezing the snakes in midair. The snake man quickly moved from his location, lest he be frozen as well. Hayatan? Such strange jutsu. I wonder what else he has. The snake didn't get a chance to think anymore as Naruto was suddenly next to him, striking the snake in the face again, making him spin off into another tree. Damn, I will have to end this now. I used too much chakra earlier and this boy is powerful. The snake thought. I'll give him my mark instead of the Uchiha. Sasuke's eyes aren't ready. I don't want him yet, but the boy, with his 9-tail power, I bet I won't need to switch for a long while. Yes, I bet his body would be perfect. He can be my plaything, hehehe. He then held his hand out. Fuin. 5-pronged seal, he said, striking Naruto in the chest, expecting the boy to pass out, only to get shot through another tree. I won't lose so easily, Naruto said as he charged again. Damn, I thought that would work. Wait, so that is his chakra, and not that of the Kyuubi? Coo, then he will be perfect. I don't have much power left. I toyed with the Uchiha too long and this boy has tired me out greatly. I will have to try this forbidden jutsu. Triple bite formation, he shouted, creating 2 clones, and all 3 tried to get close. Only one can bite him. The chance he'll live will only be 10% anyways, so I got to get one in, he thought as he watched one of his clones go after Sakura and Sasuke. Naruto bravely stopped one clone by destroying it from the head to his torso with a paper bomb, but was bitten on both sides of his neck. Naruto cried, hitting both the other clone and the original, firing them both off and charging again. Impossible, he should not be able to move after I bit him. The snake pondered before noticing that 2 marks were appearing on the boy's neck. You idiot! Only one of us could bite him, he said to his clone before he dispelled it. Well, Naruto, I must say your strength is phenomenal. I really enjoyed our fun today, but I must be going. Do your best to stay alive, although I am sad to say I seriously doubt you will. The snake said as he left. I'll tell you my name though, since you did so well today. I am Orochimaru. He then disappeared into the ground like a snake entering a hole. Since then, even through the pain, Naruto dragged his teammates the rest of the way to the tower. After waking them both up, they opened both scrolls to summon a proctor, and then all 3 passed out. Naruto noticed his vision fading into the darkness. Jutsu Library, Kagebushin, Mid-BLVL Kenjutsu, used to make solid clones that can both fight and learn things. Note: all things learned return to the original warning. Normal people cannot use this technique as it takes so much chakra and the info learned can overflow a normal person's mind easily. Also, this jutsu can help learn, but the original must do the physical training as this cannot be transferred over. But fatigue can sow a warning. Shinai Tajashu is a B-ranked ninjutsu used mostly as a way of injuring and transfer of paralysis. It can also be used to entangle its victim. Note: only select few now this foul art, and most of them use common grass snakes instead of the original cobras. Asterisk Kage Hibi Renden, Shadow Snake Barrage, Mid-BLVL Assassination Jutsu. Unlike its predecessor, the Shadow Snake Jutsu, this was made for killing its opponent. Fuin 5-pronged seal. A rank sealing jutsu used to cover another seal to make whatever it was malfunction. Note: by itself it is pretty useless. Haitan, Wave of the North. Ranked jutsu using the water in the air to freeze its target by taking the wind itself and channeling it around the humidity, causing it to become 50 degrees below centigrade. Forbidden jutsu, Triple bite formation? Ranked jutsu that is forbidden in its use. Note: forbidden because its purpose is to place a foul curse on its target. Soranadagon Distant Sky Ocular Dojutsu. Little is known other than this as it is a long-lost bloodline, but historians agree that according to data found, it has more than 1 LVL of power. We'll keep you posted on new info as we uncover more from the ancient tomes. Last time no jutsu. Naruto bravely stopped one clone by destroying it from the head down with a paper bomb, but was bitten on both sides of his neck. Naruto cried, hitting both the other clone and the original, firing them both off and charging again. Impossible, he should not be able to move after I bit him, the snake said before noticing that 2 marks were appearing on the boy's neck. You idiot! Only one of us could bite him, he said to his clone before he dispelled it. Well, Naruto, I must say your strength is phenomenal. I really enjoyed our fun today, but I must be going. Do your best to stay alive. Although I am sad to say I seriously doubt you will, the snake said as he left. I'll tell you my name though, since you did so well today. I am Orochimaru. He then disappeared into the ground like mud through the grass. Since then, even through the pain, Naruto dragged his teammates the rest of the way to the tower, waking them both up, opening both scrolls to summon a proctor, and then passed out, his vision fading into the darkness. Ninja art, stuff that came to me jutsu. Fact. Orochimaru was on Naruto's shit list now. Fact. The curse mark air marks hurt like a bitch. Fact. The Leaf medical staff either hated his guts or he got the dumb shift because they didn't ask about the 2 weird bruises, one on each side of his neck. Ugh, that stupid snake freak, Naruto grunted out as he dressed himself in some spare clothing given to him to replace his old destroyed jumpsuit. His new outfit was so old that the guys in charge didn't know its condition, but Naruto took it just the same because the alternative was not pretty. After putting his new outfit on, he looked in a nearby mirror and nodded to himself, "Not bad, it's not so freakishly orange, and the large collar covers my marks. I'd better get the old man to check these weird things out. I didn't sleep very well because they annoyed me for the past 36 hours. Wait, did I say freakishly orange? Hell, I guess I was right about the seals put on me. Now I can see and think so clearly." Naruto had changed, and before you start worrying about him going dark or brooding, he didn't change how you might think. First off, his body was much more physically stronger. His body was toned and had good definition, but wasn't shaped like a wrestler, more like an Olympic runner's body, which wasn't bad if you remember he is only 12 years old. As for his mind, well, he could think both very fast and clearly, colors were much brighter, he could smell things he never could before, and even when he wasn't trying to, ideas and strategies would come to him. I guess I should go to the announcement room. It's been 2 days since we got here. The proctor said 5 days, so another 30 minutes would be 5 days exactly. Naruto then donned his headband as he always had done and left the room he had been in for the last 2 days. The rest of the rookie 9 didn't look too awesome themselves. Naruto Shikamaru looked bored and covered in dirt. Yamanaka Ino looked like she had been in a fight with a wild pack of dogs, and Akimichi Choji was out of chips. Nuff said, this was Squad 10 and they had been at the tower a grand total of maybe 15 minutes. Inuzuka Kiba and his partner Akamaru, his dog, were covered in little nicks and cuts. Hyuga Hinata was slightly limping and had cuts on her face. And Aburaim Shino, well, you couldn't tell because his face is always covered, but he was out of breath, you could tell. These 3 were Squad 8, and they had just made it on the dot for the deadline. So how long you been here, Uchiha? Kiba asked arrogantly as he fancied himself Sasuke's equal. 2 days, the Uchiha said, smirking at Kiba's facial response to his reply. That's my Sasuke, Ino said as she attached herself to Sasuke's back, causing Sakura to lose it. Get off him, you pig, she said, prying her off and causing a scene. Where is Naruto-kun? Hinata asked shyly to the pink-haired kunoichi while twiddling her fingers. Probably still in the hospital bed from his injuries, Sakura said, causing the Hyuga to freeze. Is he alright? Hinata asked, thinking of all the possible different ways he could have gotten hurt. Knowing him, he'll be up and about soon, Sasuke said, chiming in. He did break 4 ribs and had some nasty flesh wounds, so it may take him a while, he then added, causing Hinata's eyes to widen with fear. What the hell happened? Did he trip and fall? Kiba asked, thinking back to their academy days when Naruto would prank and goof off a lot, mostly because they wouldn't teach him much. What did happen, Sasuke-kun? I got hit pretty hard, Sakura asked while turning to him. After that guy hit me, I remember Naruto charging him. I thought he got knocked out from that blast through that boulder? That's about all I remember. Upon hearing this, all eyes went on Sasuke. Dude, she is talking crap, right? I mean, going through a boulder? He wouldn't still be here if that happened. Kiba said, causing Sasuke to turn his head. Actually, Kiba, he did, and then got back up a minute later and charged the guy, Sasuke said, making their eyes go wide. Crazy troublesome blonde, Shikamaru said, knowing that sounded like Naruto. Not only did he fight the guy, he managed to cart both of us here by himself. With all his injuries, Sasuke said, making Sakura turn to him. Naruto was the one who brought us here? She asked as that moment in her memory was fuzzy. Sasuke nodded. Yes, something happened in that fight. Naruto completely changed his way of fighting and I swear got taller, making Kiba laugh. Oh please, like that idiot could do that. I remember not 4 months ago in the academy he was mediocre at best. Sasuke turned to Kiba. Believe whatever you want, Kiba, he stated before they all heard a loud poof sound. I congratulate you all for making it this far, the third Hokage said to the small group of shinobi from the railing up above an area. Just then a shinobi appeared on the field and said, Cough, I congratulate you as well. Cough, but I'm afraid there are too many here to continue, so we will have to have a preliminary round to cut the number in half, making a lot of people mad. If you wish to quit, you now may, he said, causing one guy with glasses to raise his hand. After he nodded and left, the proctor said, if you are not present you will be disqualified, causing Hinata to become very sad. Naruto tried so hard, she thought. Just then someone said, good thing I made it then, causing everyone to turn their head to see Naruto. But they noticed that he was mostly covered with a large cloak like one the Umbu wear, and that his face was covered in bandages. Wow, you really did get the crap kicked out of you, Ino said. As shit happens, he replied before going up into the railed second floor, with the rest of them following him. I have allowed the clan leaders as well as some of the council to be here in an attempt to see the up and coming shinobi of today, the third Hokage said, noticing Naruto. Is that Naruto? He looks like crap. Maybe I should ask him to stop so he doesn't hurt himself more. If I did that he would not stop anyways, he would just get mad. Although I'd better keep an eye on him just to be careful. The clan leaders joined the Hokage up on the balcony, these being Inoichi Yamanaka, the leader of the Yamanaka clan, Choza Akimichi, the leader of the Akimichi clan, Shikaku Nara, leader of the Naras, Some Inuzuka, the leader of the Inuzukas, Hitomi Hyuga, the mother of Hinata and current leader of the Hyuga clan, explained later, Sakaria Haruno, the mother of Sakura and a member of the civilian council, Danzo, the old war hawk, a member of the council, and a few other to be named later members of said council. Not too far off, a certain Snake Offali, who disguised as a Jonin sensei for the Sound Ninja team, had his eyes wide and he survived both marks. Oh, this is perfect. I will have him, I must. Naruto-kun, you amuse me to no end. Your power and body will be mine. He smiled devilishly and turned to the field, not really paying attention. He had what he wanted. Okay then, first match is Sasuke Uchiha vs Yoroi. Please come to the field, said the proctor. Match 1, Sasuke vs Yoroi. Brat, this will be easy, Yoroi said as he stretched his body a bit before taking his stance. So you say, Sasuke said before taking one of his own. The proctor looked at one then the other and said, all right, if you both are ready, begin. Both shinobi charged each other. Take this, you little twit, Yoroi said as he grabbed Sasuke and began to drain him of chakra. Ah, Sasuke said as he struggled to break free. It won't work. I'm very good at this. Wait, what the hell? Are you unable to finish? As Sasuke headbutted him in the face, kicked him in the face and shouted Katan. Grand fireball, hitting the poor defaced ninja with a very hot fireball, singeing him all over and making him pass out. Could have been the Nads, Ino said, making several of the guys cover their friends. Cough cough, winner of the first match. Uchiha Sasuke, the proctor said as they carted away the loser and held their noses. Nice going, Sasuke-kun, Sakura said as Sasuke passed her. He replied with a bead of sweat rolling off his face as he turned his head towards Naruto. Okay, the second match is Yamanaka Ino vs Haruno Sakura, the man said, ignoring or at least trying to ignore the shriek from Sakura's mom telling her to give all she has. Match 2, Ino vs Sakura. Ready for this, billboard brow? Asked Ino, smirking at Sakura. 110%, Sakura replied, and I'll beat you and show Sasuke I'm the best. The proctor then said fight, causing the two to run at each other, chucking kunai at each other. Take this, Ino said as she threw a dozen shuriken. Too easy, Sakura replied as she dodged them and pulled out her own. Let's see you dodge mine, and then she threw them at Ino. This isn't a match, it's like a game with children, said Niji Hyuga as he watched them fight. They are beautiful, go Sakura! Lee shouted, causing Niji to roll his eyes. Okay, I see you got better, Ino said. But try this, and then she made her clan's signature hand symbol. Ugh, I told her that was dangerous by herself, Shikamura thought as he watched her. Mind transfer, Jetsush said, calling out, then dropping to the ground. What happened? Asked Sakaria as she watched her daughter laugh like Ino. Ino switched minds with her, said Inoichi as he sighed. I told her not to try that while by herself. She got lucky with that hit. Ino then began to hold her head and thrashed about a bit before turning to her own body and releasing. Too much forehead, she said, back in her own body, making everyone else sweat drop. Let's settle this and our love for Sasuke in one shot. Sakura said, causing Ino to stand back up. I agreed, let's go. And they charged, and knocked each other out cold by punching each other in the face with a crunch. Since neither will be able to see, let alone fight, I call this match a draw, the proctor said without a cough because he was so disturbed by that crunch sound. Next match is Kin vs Shikamaru Nara. Match 3, Kin vs Shikamaru. Okay little boy, let's see what you can do. Decides that shadow crap, Kin said as she arrogantly rolled her eyes at the pineapple hair-shaped ninja. Women are so troublesome, was the reply from Shikamaru as he yawned. Okay then you can begin, the proctor said as he jumped out of the way. Take this, she said as she threw a good handful of needles with bells attached at the boy, making him move. If only barely. Not bad, but I know this trick. You will next throw some with bells and some without. It's an old trick, he said before noticing something was wrong. Ugh, what? A genjutsu? He said as she multiplied. Not so smart now, are you? She said as she threw some more needles, these with strings attached so she could pull them back if she misses. It didn't. Oh yeah, take this, he said as he made his hand sign shadow position jutsu, but nothing happened. Ha, is that it? She said before noticing him smirk. Yep, he said as he stood up. You failed to notice my shadow stretched along closer, pretending to be your string's shadow. Tell me, at 4 feet in the air, does string really have much of a shadow? He said, making her eyes open. No fair, she said as he forced her to chuck kunai at him, and him at her. Who said this job was fair? He said as he bent backwards to dodge. And she did too. Well tried, and hit her head on a wall, leaving the shape of her head there. Cough, winner Shikamaru Nara. What a pain, Shikaka said as his son went back to his place. Now I will have to come see him at the arena or my wife will beat me. So he uses his opponent's ability against them, Temari thought to herself. I'll keep that in mind. Cough. Okay then, would Uzumaki, Naruto and Inuzuka Kiba please come to the arena, the proctor said as the council members focused their eyes on Naruto and smirked. He won't when he looks like crap, they thought as a collective. Poor kid, Kiba won't go easy on him. Some said happy her kid would win, but sad it wasn't very sporting to fight someone who looked like a hospital escapee. Is that Naruto? It's been a while. He looks like he must be in pain from what little I can see of him, Hitomi said as she looked at him from up high sadly. Naruto-kun, show us your growth, the old monkey, the Hokage, thought as he put his pipe away to watch the fight of his surrogate grandson. Naruto-kun, show me your power, thought the snake. You thought I was going to say something else, admitted. He almost thought it as well. Naruto-kun, please be careful, Hinata thought, worried at what Kiba would do to him, as she knew Kiba would most likely insult him then attack him, injured or not. Okay dope, let's see you do that thing again, Sasuke thought. Match 4, Naruto versus Kiba. Let's go, loser. I so lucked out, Kiba said arrogantly as he put Akamaru on the ground. Your victory isn't yours until I am beaten, Naruto said calmly. Okay, then let this match begin, the proctor said as he pulled out a lozenge. Okay Akamaru, let's kick his ass, Kiba said, feeding the dog a pill and eating one himself. Beast mimicry. Man beast clone, he said as Akamaru transformed into a human clone of Kiba, who then shot a smoke bomb at Naruto. Beast mimicry. Getsuga. Fawn over fawn, he shouted as both himself and Akamaru shot at him and fired themselves all over the place trying to hit him. Naruto is doomed. Ino, who had woken up, he got unlucky with his roll. Chomp, chomp, failed his saving throw, Choji said with his bag of chips causing all eyes to roll. Is this a dope? Sasuke thought as he watched the two white spinning guys randomly fire around. Did we squash him? Kiba said as both himself and Akamaru stopped and took a look around. As the cloud disappeared, they noticed something. Naruto wasn't there. What the? Where did he go? Said Kiba, making Kurenai and some blush and remind themselves to teach him not to use those words. Right here, Naruto said as he came through the ground, making Kiba angry that he missed an injured person, so mad it caused him to say something that wasn't in his best interest. Not bad, said Kiba arrogantly as he flexed his muscles. I guess even a no-talent idiot can learn a trick or two. Bet your whore of a mother and drunken coward of a father would be proud how you came out, he said, laughing at his own twisted, anger-induced joke and making a few people very angry at him. That little dog shit, I'll kick his ass for such a vulgar and extremely uncalled for comment tonight. Thought some, why is he trying to embarrass me so badly? That couldn't be farther from the truth, thought the old man sadly. Kiba! How could he say such a thing to Naruto-kun? Hinata thought in one of her few angry moments as her hands went white from gripping the bars so hard her hands actually bent it. Damn, if that didn't piss him off nothing will, Sasuke thought looking at Kiba, said Naruto as his marks activated, making him drop his hood and drop to the ground on one knee. What is that? The Hokage said, noticing the marks on Naruto's neck. Cuckoo, so they are active, are they? Thought the snake. If only I could see what type he has. And on Naruto's cloak dropped just enough the snake could see. What is that? A full moon and a part moon? I didn't know those existed. Cuckoo, even stronger than the heaven and hell symbols. Cuckoo, oh Naruto-kun, you just become more and more perfect. Ha, okay then, if you aren't going to fight back I'll just kick your ass here and now, Kiba said as both Akamaru and himself made another pass, one on one side and the other on his other side. Let's hit him from both angles. Whack. And no way, thought everyone in the room. Even the snake was surprised, but for a different reason. You see, Naruto managed to push back both marks before he stood up, and caught both attacks with his bare hands. That's impossible, said Kiba as he felt Naruto hold his head in the palm of his hand. I may not know who my parents were, but neither do you. Don't ever insult them in my face again, Naruto said as he threw them both at opposite walls, making them leave nice-sized imprints of their faces. Phuton. Raging cyclones, he said as two great gushes of wind, like tornadoes, sideways hit both Akamaru and Kiba, mostly Kiba. Windjutsu without hand signs, thought Temari as she watched the onslaught. That isn't possible. Even our best wind users can't do something so impossible. How? I knew I wasn't wrong, thought Sasuke as he watched the blast. Naruto. How? Thought Sakura, completely blown away by his power. The demon shouldn't have this kind of power, thought council members as they watched with fear and awe. Naruto, thought Hitomi as she watched. It has so much power for your retaliation, yet you are holding in so very much. How much pain have you truly felt? Naruto, to think you have come so very far, and to do the impossible, it makes me happy as well as sad. Sad I couldn't help more, and sad that you have had to feel so much pain to get it. But now people are watching, and you will no longer be that weak child. Sigh, now the council will want to kill you even more. I should just go ahead and make your family known, thought the old man as a tear fell from his eye. Naruto-kun, Hinata thought as she watched the wind hit her teammate, and didn't have a bit of sympathy for him. Only Naruto and his sadness that had leaked out. You have held it in so long. I could always tell your smile was fake. You've gotten so strong. And I haven't. I wish I could tell you how I feel. Maybe I should. She then became sad at her own weakness of courage. Mother, his blood, he will be the one for you. All other blood is unworthy. Uzumaki, you will be that which proves my existence, thought Gaara as he smiled as well as frowned if that was possible. Cough. Well, seeing as how he has been smashed into the wall, I would say this cough is over. Winner Uzumaki. Naruto, the proctor said as Naruto vanished in a whirl of wind and reappeared up on the balcony. Naruto-kun, would you said Hinata, making Naruto face her. What's up, Hinata? He said, trying to be kind of nice, but it made her face go red. I wanted to she stuttered before holding her hands up. She said as she offered him a jar. What's this? He said. It's a cream Hinata makes for healing cuts. Kurenai said as she popped up on the balcony. I think she is offering it to you. Oh, thanks Hinata-chan, he said with a small noticeable smile that made her nearly faint. He called me Chan. However, when he opened it, he seemed to study it carefully as if to look for poison. Thinking that Naruto was checking it for such made Hinata feel so bad she wanted to scream. She knew people tried to poison him all the time. Being there to watch it from hiding places had its advantages. Naruto, noticing her look, wasn't sure why she made it, but she seemed hurt. Then it clicked. She thinks I'm checking for poison. He then turned to her and said, wow, I never saw a cream for healing like this one. It even smells like it's going to help. Thanks Hinata-chan, making her cheer up as he put some on. She has never been anything but nice as far back as I can remember. Cough cough. Match 5 shall be cough. Hyuga Hinata versus Hyuga Niji, the proctor says as both make for the arena. But before Hinata goes, Naruto stops her. Hey, you can do it. Good luck, he says, causing her to go into a euphoria as she walked down the stairs. She even missed Niji's cold stares. Naruto-kun. Match 5 Hinata versus Niji. Fate says you will lose, Niji says as he gets into his stance. I won't back down. I won't, Hinata says without a stutter, making her mother very proud. Okay then, fight, said the proctor. And so their dance of the Hyuga style arts began as they both tried to get the upper hand quickly to finish the other off. Niji, however, made her attacks glance off and struck her in the heart, causing her to cough up blood. However, she stayed strong and struck him straight in the right arm, closing it off. Pissing off the Hyuga prodigy, he struck her in the chest again, causing more blood to flow, and then knocking her to the ground barely conscious. Cough cough. The match is over, the proctor said. However, Niji charged again, this time to kill her. A very high LVL of Ki rained down of the prodigy, and had several Jonin block his way as Naruto made his way as well. Come to find out, Naruto wasn't too fond of killers. She isn't breathing, the medical ninja said, making Hitomi gasp as she watched her possibly dying daughter lay motionless. I see the main branch gets special treatment, Niji said before being hit with the Ki again. Only this time he could tell it was all from Naruto. No, we can't let you kill her, said Kurenai, mad as hell at the boy for his attempt before going over to her and trying to help. I have shut down her chakra points near her heart. If you wish to help her, you had better do so quickly, said the prodigy before another Ki wave hit him, this one knocking him to the ground. Naruto then walked over to Hinata and really looked at her. She had never in all his memories ever been mean to him. And just today she offered him medicine. And so he decided. Suetun, gentle flow, he said as one hand attracted a small ball of water to his hand from the air and placed it on her chest. Futun, gentle breeze, he then said as he gently pushed the water into her skin, and with a small hand sign a barely audible voice was heard. Raidun, gentle jolt, then sent a small visible jolt of chakra into her chest, causing her to begin breathing, and her face became at peace. Those around him, except Niji, were amazed by this bit of work. Naruto then stood back up and said, that is all I can do for her. The points are open and the blood flow is clear. Her lungs are mostly fixed, but she needs to get care still. The medical ninjas nodded and took her on a stretcher to the emergency room. Kurenai began to follow before stopping and turning to Naruto. Thank you so very much, she said with a tear in her eye. You don't have any idea how much she means to me. And then she left to follow them to the back. Hell, like this will help anyways, Niji said. Losers cannot ever be anything other than losers. Nobody has a hidden power. We are given what we get at birth, and that's it. That is how destiny is. And we can't change that fact. Naruto turned and faced him and replied, oh. So we will see, as I too have been labeled a loser. Let us see who is right at the next stage, when they have to wipe you off the walls and floors after I have finished you. Naruto then added a bit of his anger to his voice, and even though the Hyuga genius didn't show it, he was a bit scared. I will avenge my fellow failure and destroy you. He then took a bit of the blood off the floor, took it in his hand and let it drip out as he said, I swear an oath on this blood, I will win, causing several of his old classmates' faces to become shocked. When Naruto made a promise, even they had to admit it, he would do it, or die trying. Cough cough. Okay then, would Rock Lee and Sabaku no Gaara please take to the field? Cough, the proctor said as he came to the middle of the field. Yosh. Finally I can show my true passion, Lee said in his usual peppy, if not extremely loud voice. Mother, his blood will make you sick. I will beat him quickly so you don't have to hear this noise, Gaara said, making his siblings' sweat drop. At least we know he won't go crazy Baki there, sensei thought as he shook his head. Fight 6 Lee vs. Gaara. Let us show each other our power of youth, Lee said as he tightened his arm wrappings. Mother says you are messed up in the head and that you smell, Gaara said, making his siblings express a WTF face before remembering that Gaara was crazy sometimes. Okay then, cough, go ahead and start, the proctor said. I hope that lozenge kicks in soon. Leave Hurricane, Lee shouted as he span at high speed at Gaara. Sand, cough, and Gaara said as he tried to grab Lee with a wad of sand. Unfortunately or fortunately, Lee was way too fast and evaded it. Lee! Take them off! Guy, Lee sensei said with his signature thumbs up. Yes. Lee said as he took off a pair of weights and held them high. Like that will help, Kankuro said, as they fell. Boom! They left a crater. Now I can move freely, the chippy green-clad ninja said as he stretched. I told you mother thought he was nuts, Gaara said, pointing to the crater. He tried to beat Lee in one move. Sadly, Lee went all primary lotus in Gaara and dropped the sand ninja into the ground. I won't lose so easily, Gaara said as he caught Lee with some sand and threw him into the wall. Lee, you may use that, Guy said as he gave another thumbs up. Uncool. Okay then, sensei, Lee said as he held out his hands. First and second gates, open. A great wave of power span around Lee as he continued. Third and fourth gates, open. With this, Lee at supersonic rates of speed struck Gaara repeatedly, and wrapped his leg with one of his wraps. Fifth gate, open. He shouted as he sent Gaara all over the place before slamming him into the ground. Hidden Lotus. Ugh, Lee said as the backlash prevented him from moving. I'm not finished, Gaara said from the smoke as a wave of sand caught Lee and crushed his right arm and left leg. Lee cried out before going unconscious, only to get up like a zombie and walk closer to Gaara. Guy dropped down and stopped Lee before allowing the medical group to take him. I told you he was nuts, Gaara said as he sand teleported back on the balcony. Like you are one to talk, was the collective thoughts of the remaining sand ninja as they once again sweat dropped. Cough. The winner is Gaara, the proctor said as he pulled out another lozenge. Wow, that was brutal, Shikamaru said as he watched the cleanup crew. Well, clean up. Match 7, Kankuro vs. Tsurugi. Head piece of cake, said Tsurugi as he grabbed Kankuro and constricted, only to find out it was a puppet. Who loses now? Kankuro said as the puppet squished the guy and knocked him out. Lame fight, Choji said as they carried him away. Match 8, Shino vs. Zaku. Hey, you ready for my jutsu? Zaku said as Shino stepped on the field. As you say, Shino said as he stood. Like, well, Shino. Cough. Okay then, fight, the proctor said as he hacked up the first lozenge. He ate it. The two sized each other up for about 3 minutes before Zaku opened his hands, revealing tubes, almost like guns. Futon. Force cannon, Zaku said, only to blow his arms off. You used that in the forest, I saw that, and plugged them while you were looking at me, Shino said. An ace in the hole is good, and he kicked Zaku, knocking him out, but 2 is better. Damn, that is creepy, Tamari said as she watched them cart off a guy and 2 arms. Wonder if he can come over to play, Gaara thought as he watched them drop an arm. Cough. Well, I guess that means that Dosu and Akimichi Choji are the last pair, the proctor said. Fight 9, Mummy vs. Choji. I'll squash you flat, Choji said as he grew fire from his eyes because his sensei said if he won he got all-you-can-eat barbecue. Only if you fall on me, Dosu said as he flexed his muscles. Are you calling me fat? The chubby boy said as he grew angry. Duh. Dosu said, pushing his luck. Okay then, cough, fight. Human meat tank, Choji said as he constricted into a large ball and rolled at high speed at Dosu in order to crush him. Sound shudder, Dosu said as he attacked head-on. Boom! After all the smoke cleared, it was determined that Choji was knocked out and that Dosu was flat. Cough. Well, we have another draw, cough. No winner for this match, the proctor said as he then jumped up on the balcony next to the Hokage. With a nod, each of the winners drew a piece of paper to determine their slot. Fight 1. Shikamaru vs. Temari. Fight 2. Kankuro vs. Shino. Fight 3. Sasuke vs. Gaara. Fight 4. Naruto vs. Neji. This was the list drawn on a board. Okay then, exactly 1 month from today you will all gather at the stadium in order to fight each other in a tournament, the Hokage said, pulling out his pipe. This is the order you will fight each other in. No one may attack another until then. Should you be caught trying, you will be disqualified. Now, I suggest you begin training to perfect any more moves and tactics you can, because everyone has now seen what you can do well. A few of you, he then thought, remembering that Naruto beat his opponent, saw strangely it was obvious he had more up his sleeve. Fate has blessed me, Neji thought as he smirked at Naruto. Fate is about to get its ass kicked and shoved up Neji's, Naruto thought as he faced the genius head-on. Good luck to all, and I will see you at the tournament. Jutsu Library. Katan, Grand Fireball, is a high C-rank jutsu preferred by the Uchiha clan. It launches a flaming hot ball of fire at its target. Note: temperature can be controlled. Mind Transfer Jutsu, mid-C rank jutsu that can only be used by the Yamanaka clan. It allows the user to jump bodies for a very limited time, Note if the new body takes damage, the user's body does as well. Shadow Possession Jutsu, mid-C rank jutsu that is usable only by the Nara clan. It allows the user to bend his shadow and make everything in its reach mimic the user. Note more shadows equal more reach. Beast, man-beast clone, low C rank jutsu used only by the Inuzuka clan. It allows the user to change their partner into a human clone of the user. Note the clone cannot talk. Beast, Fang over Fang, mid-C rank jutsu used only by the Inuzuka clan. It allows the user and their clone partner to spin at high speed and attack like ripping fangs across the field. Note it is very hard to see, meaning smell is important. Futon, Raging Cyclones? LVL Wind Jutsu, guessed as a low B or high C, that seems to allow the user to funnel the wind itself into a sideways tornado and launch it. Note it appears the user can strengthen or weaken it by adding or dropping chakra. Sway Ton, Gentle Flow? Guess low C, rank jutsu of water. It seems the user can collect water in the air. The purpose seems to be adding it to the next jutsu. Futon, Gentle Breeze Sad Face? Guess low C, rank jutsu of wind that seems to be used to push the gentle flow into a person's body. Note it is believed that this is used to ease pain and make blood and air flow better as a combination. Raiton, Gentle Jolt Sad Face? Guess low C, rank jutsu of lightning that sends a shock into the target. What happens after that is unknown. More shall be studied on this strange jutsu. Leaf Hurricane, Taijutsu, a physical technique not a jutsu. This is a move to let the user rotate their body in order to repeatedly kick one or more targets, equivalent to a low C jutsu. Sand Coffin? LVL jutsu, guessed a high C, using sand to crush its target. Note you need sand. The 8 inner gates. Taijutsu, a physical technique not a jutsu. These gates allow tremendous power. At a cost, each gate is like a double-edged blade. If you users should open all 8, their power will be greater than the Hokage's at the cost of chakra. At such a rate it kills the user 100% of the time. Primary Lotus. Taijutsu, a physical technique not a jutsu. This allows the user to grab their opponent, make them spin, and drop them on their head for a knockout. Guessed mid-C to high C. Hidden Lotus. Taijutsu, a physical technique not a jutsu. A hidden power letting the user gain extreme power and speed to cause major damage. Warning: limited time slot to use this as it quickly eats at the user's body. Guessed mid-B LVL. Futon, Force Cannon. High crank jutsu letting the user fire or blast like bullets, compact or like a gust. Warning: needs surgery to perform. Human Meat Tank. Mid-C LVL jutsu used only by the Akimichi clan. It turns the user's girth into a living, spinning boulder and crushes by using speed. Warning: the user cannot see. Sound Shudder. Mid-C LVL sound jutsu using a tool on the arm to create high-frequency sound as a weapon to attack the body with. Warning: you have to punch with it. Hidden Art of Last Time Review. Fight 1. Shikamaru vs Temari. Fight 2. Kankuro vs Shino. Fight 3. Sasuke vs Gaara. Fight 4. Naruto vs Neji. This was the list drawn on a board. Okay then, exactly 1 month from today you will all gather at the stadium in order to fight each other in a tournament, the Hokage said, pulling out his pipe. This is the order you will fight each other in. No one may attack another until then. Should you be caught trying, you will be disqualified. Now, I suggest you begin training to perfect any more moves and tactics you can, because everyone has now seen what you can do well. A few of you, he then thought, remembering that Naruto beat his opponent so strangely it was obvious he had more up his sleeve. Fate has blessed me, Neji thought as he smirked at Naruto. Fate is about to get its ass kicked and shoved up Neji's, Naruto thought as he faced the genius head on. Good luck to all, and I will see you at the tournament. Secret Art, original and new, the night before the finals. What a pain, Shikamaru thought to himself as he walked down the alleyway towards the bar his father always visited with his old squad. You see, his mother told him to collect his father, and when his mother said to do something you did it, because she could be as nice as a humble monk, or as mean as the Hebe on drugs. As he walked closer to his destination, a few things came to mind to the pineapple-haired ninja. The first and foremost was ideas for pulling his dad away from the bar without being embarrassed, of course. But his mind also thought back on Naruto's fight at the preliminaries. Flashback from last chapter. Ha, okay then, if you aren't going to fight back, I'll just kick your ass here and now, Kiba said as both Akamaru and himself made another pass, one on one side and the other on his other side. Let's hit him from both angles. Whack. And no way, thought everyone in the room. Even the snake was surprised, but for a different reason. You see, Naruto managed to push back both marks before he stood up, and caught both attacks with his bare hands. That's impossible, said Kiba as he felt Naruto hold his head in the palm of his hand. I may not know who my parents were, but neither do you. Don't ever insult them in my face again, Naruto said as he threw them both at opposite walls, making them leave nice-sized imprints of their faces. Futon, Raging cyclones, he said as two great gushes of wind, like tornadoes, sideways hit both Akamaru and Kiba, mostly Kiba. Okay, flashy over. Man, what a pain. All this new stuff with Naruto has my head hurting, Shikamaru thought as he cut across the street towards the Sacred Log, a relatively famous bar and Shikaku Nara's favorite place to pass the time. Shikamaru stepped into the bar and took a look around before seeing his target. A half-drunk man looking a lot like himself, only with a scar across his face as proof of his long ninja career. On his way over, he bumped into someone he didn't think he would see in such a place. Ino? Is that you, Shikamaru? What are you doing here? Isn't a place like this too troublesome for you? She exclaimed. Yes, it is, but I gotta pick up my old man. I'm guessing you're here for the same reason, right? Shikamaru said, rubbing the back of his hair. Ino sighed. Yep, I'm here to get lazy old embarrassing daddy before he does something I'll regret. And both Shikaku Naro and Inoichi Yamanaka started singing and dancing while tap dancing on the table. Crap, let's do this fast, Ino, before this becomes even more troublesome, Shikamaru said, pulling out some ninja wire. Right, Ino said, pulling out a baseball bat. 5 minutes later. Well, that was troublesome as hell, Shikamaru said, dragging his tied-up father, who was still singing, behind him. You said it, Ino said, doing the same, although hers was quiet due to the very large lump on his head. After about 5 minutes or so had passed with relative quietness, Ino turned to Shikamaru. Hey Shikamaru, I've got a question, she asked. Does it have anything to do with a certain blonde boy with whisker marks? Shikamaru said, causing her to nod. I've thought on this quite a bit, Ino, and I've come up with only 3 possible answers. The first is he was holding back immensely, and was pretending to be a dork on purpose, though I'm not very sure on this one at all. Number 2 was he snapped. Snapped? Asked Ino. Had enough of insults from people and showed his full power in order to silence them. You've heard some of the comments said about him, I'm sure. To which Ino nodded. And third, he either gained power in the forest, or had unlocked some kind of power there for some reason, he said, scratching his head. Oh man, Naruto is such a troublesome question, though. To be honest, I've wanted a nice game to play, and trying to figure him out is very challenging. You don't think he will grow cold, do you? Ino asked, because to be honest, I'm used to a goofy Naruto, and I'd miss it if he did. Well, Ino, he might. We didn't treat him very well as a friend. Most of us don't even think of him as a friend. Kiba's verbal attack proved that. So what do we do? Ino asked, feeling a little uneasy. Not much we can do except wait for tomorrow. I see tomorrow. Elsewhere. Tomorrow, said Sasuke as he finished his last attack on the targets he had set up near his estate. Tomorrow, Baki said as his team listened in on his plan minus Gaara. Tomorrow, Uzumaki. By tomorrow I'll have shown my existence, as well as tried the 2-for-1 sale at that restaurant there by the arena, Gaara thought while gazing up at the moon. Tomorrow, sensei, it'll be all over. Coo, said a certain snake freak. Something will happen tomorrow. I can feel it in my old bones, thought Sarutobi as he lit his pipe and stared into the horizon. Naruto-kun, what will you do? How much have you grown? Tomorrow, thought a pair of pink-haired females as they on opposite sides of the house thought on the next day. Tomorrow, thought a raven-haired woman as she looked out her window. Tomorrow, Naruto-kun, thought another raven-haired girl. Tomorrow I get to see you again, and thank you for noticing me, she thought with a blush. Tomorrow, Uzumaki, I will show you what destiny has in store for you, and I promise you won't like what happens when you fight fate. Niji thought as he stared into the night. Tomorrow, thought Naruto as he too went off to bed after his training was finished. Everything starts tomorrow. Yes, they all thought the same word. Big whoop when a fight about it. Tomorrow. Ino, over here, said Sakura, showing her where a few seats were still open. Sorry, I overslept, she said, dragging Choji behind her, and he was too busy at the snack machines again. Munch. Munch, hey, it's important I get my snacks before it starts. I don't want to miss anything. Choji defended himself. Hey, isn't that Hinata coming? Ino said, pointing to the small crowd coming down the stairs. Hey, Hinata, over here, she called out, grabbing the girl's attention. We saved you a seat here, Sakura said, pointing out a spot between Sakura and Choji. Oh, thanks, she said with a small smile as she walked over and sat down. Feeling better, Hinata? Ino asked, concerned for the girl. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, stuttered the girl as she looked out at the field. Can't wait to see Shikamaru fight out there, Munch, said Choji as he pulled out a bag of skins. Can't wait to see Naruto beat the crap out of Niji as well, Munch, causing Ino and Hinata to turn to him. You think Naruto is going to win? Ino asked the chubby boy, causing him to put down his bag for a moment. I think Naruto is going to kill him, Choji said, causing shivers to go up Ino's spine. Nah, the baka is way too nice and simple-minded to do something like that, Sakura said. In fact, he will probably lose here, make his vow of becoming Hokage, and try again. Oh, you are so wrong, thought Choji as he picked his bag up again. Shikamaru said Niji was gonna lose this fight, so he is gonna lose. Shikamaru has never been wrong before on something like this, Munch. Yahoo, me and Akamaru have arrived! Kiba shouted as he walked over to the group. Any seats open for me, guys? He asked. One behind Sakura over there, Ino said, pointing. Suddenly the temperature went down about 40 degrees Celsius. Wow, it's cold all of the sudden, Kiba said before looking at Hinata. If looks could kill. Down on the field. Okay guys, listen up, said a man with a senbon in his mouth. People have come from far and wide to watch these battles, making you the celebrities of your villages. So the idea is to both show your talents in order to advance, and to show your village's strength, so make your home proud and fight hard. I will step in only if I think a fight is either about to turn deadly or if it looks completely hopeless. Alrighty then, I'll have Nara, Shikamaru and Sabaka no Temari stay while everyone else heads up to the participants' row. Man, what a pain, having to go first, Shikamaru said, rubbing his head in an agitated way. Think of it this way, Naruto said without turning back around. You get to go first and sit back and watch all the other fights without stopping. Naruto then continued off to the seating area. Crap, that makes perfect sense. First he shows that he completely hurts in a fight, then he shows he has intelligence in multiple ways. Troublesome. So troublesome. So I wish he would take off the robe. Now we have two people wrapped up like mummies. Fight 1, Shikamaru versus Temari. Hell, well, if it isn't the lazy one, I wouldn't try that here if you don't want me to blow your ass off the field, Temari taunted while pulling her fan off her back. If I lose here, I'll never hear the end of it, Shikamaru said, stretching out. And I refuse to lose to someone who acts like my mother. Okay then? Said the proctor, holding his hands in the air. Begin now. Get a good taste of this, Futon. Cyclone Scythe shouted, waving her fan, causing a small sideways tornado to emerge and attack the lazy one, only for him to switch with a log. The hell? She said out loud, glancing around. You sure are good at running away, aren't you? Well, I'll just cut away the tree cover and you won't have anywhere to hide. Who said I was in the trees? Said Shikamaru's voice, causing her to face the log. Aha, got you, she said, attacking the log, only to cut it in half and it stay a log. I didn't say I wasn't in the trees either, Shikamaru's voice called out, causing her to mindlessly attack the trees. Come out here and fight, she said angrily as she continued her rampage. Okay then, Shikamaru's voice said as a paper bomb strapped to a kunai came flying out of the trees. Hey, easy, she said, blowing it away, and you gave away your position while you were at it, she called out, cutting the tree down from where the kunai came from, only to find out he wasn't there. Damn it, she growled before another kunai came flying out. Hey, again with this? She said, putting her fan in front of her. You won't hit me because of my fan. Suddenly her fan came out of her hand and flew into the trees. The hell? She said before noticing a small wire connected to her fan. I see, it was a kunai and wire trick, she thought while going after her fan. Looking quickly and dodging a few traps, she found it and escaped the tree cover. Hell, let's see you get me again. Out here even, she said, smirking. Okay, said a voice before her fan turned into Shikamaru. What? She exclaimed before getting caught in his shadow. Sorry, I always wanted to try that trick out after seeing Naruto use it to escape in class, Shikamaru said with a smirk. And you know what? It works so well when the target is flustered. So what now? She asked, defeated. Well, 3 different things could occur, Shikamaru said. One is that I run for this wall, causing you to run for that wall. The result would be we both hit our heads and are out for the rest of the tournament. The second is I force you into the same position I used on the Sound Ninja last month. And the third is to quit, as for the most part this is a complete drag. Wait, don't you care about advancing at all? She asked seriously. I will advance eventually, but doing so now means more work, and I'm a laid-back individual. So pretty much I think I'll choose the third option. Besides, my shadow possession tires me out. Proctor, I give up, Shikamaru said, dropping the shadow from Temari and started walking away. Well, I give up as well, Temari said, causing him to spin around. You weren't expecting that, were you? I'm not gonna win by charity. I'll do it by kicking the asses of my opponents. You won this time, smarty pants. But next time I'm going to win and knock the smirk right off your face, she said as she picked up her real fan and followed him back to the seats. So much troublesomeness, Shikamaru thought as he grumbled and walked back himself. Now I'm sure something is going to happen, so I used as little chakra as possible. Let's see what's up. Fight 1 ends in a draw. Either will advance, the proctor said, pinching his nose. Will Sabaka no Kankuro and Aburaim Shino please come down to the field? Sigh, I knew he wasn't going to try and advance, Ino said, annoyed. Snort, Shikamaru does as Shikamaru does, Choji says, pulling another bag of chips out. If it was me I would have kicked her ass all over the field, Kiba said. Yes, well, too bad you opened your dumb mouth and got Naruto pissed at you, Ino said, causing Kiba to growl slightly. Oh come on now, I've already suffered from that. First he beat me with a fluke, then Mom had my ass for dinner when I woke up. You deserved it, Kiba, Hinata said, causing Kiba, and the others as well, to whip their face to her. The fact that Hinata said it means you went way too far, Ino said, while Kiba mumbled about how even Hinata was against him, and how the world wasn't fair. Fight 2, Kankuro vs Shino. Heh, looking forward to crushing you, creep. Kankuro smirked, pulling his puppet out and getting into position. Likewise, Shino calmly said, although you could tell he was pumped and ready to go. Alright then, if you are both ready, begin. Heh, puppet show. Trinity recalled Kankuro, having his puppet circle Shino, then break into 3 pieces before firing multiple sets of needles. All of them hit Shino dead on, only for him to melt over as a pile of insects. Damn it, I hate that, Kankuro mumbled, then narrowly dodged a punch from the bug user. Heh, let your guard down, Shino said, using another punch to attempt to blow. Sadly, he hit the puppet instead. Ha, won't get me with that, I'm afraid, Kankuro smirked. Puppet show. Arsenic cloud, he called out, causing his puppet to fire multiple poison bombs, which created a large purple cloud on Shino. Heh, see you get out of that, Kankuro said before his eyes opened wide and he hit the ground. What? He said, unable to move. Shino then came out of the trees and walked over calmly. You failed to notice my punch was on purpose. I planted insects on your puppet which ate your chakra reserves. I'm afraid they have gone all over your body now, Shino calmly said before also hitting the ground. Heh, looks like the poison worked as well, Kankuro said. When you hit my puppet you cut yourself on its hide. I soaked my puppet wood in poison before I put them away. Damn it, looks like neither will advance. Again the proctor, now known as Genma, called out. Well, some people thought this meant both villages were evenly balanced. Others thought this wasn't a good show, so the crowd was mixed. At this time Hinata had the choking problem from Kanon. It ends by the end of the next fight. Heh, interesting tournament. If I didn't know better I'd say it was planned, the Kazakage said, turning to the Hokage. I assure you I planned nothing, the old man said, pulling out his pipe to add more tobacco. Okay, then I need Uchiha Sasuke and Sabaku no Gaara to come down, Genma said, praying that this wasn't another draw. Heh, finally, Sasuke smirked before jumping down. To those wondering why he is on time, a single threat made to Kakashi about making him late goes a long way. Mother, we shall see if duck but hair tastes like butter or duck, Gaara said before he went down the stairs calmly. Fight 3, Sasuke vs. Gaara. Hell, let's see if that sand of yours can save you from me, Sasuke smirked before taking the Uchiha stance. Mother says your hair is retarded and that you probably cut yourself every night, Gaara said, allowing his sand to pour out. Then Genma said, not wanting to ask questions, begin. Sand coffin, Gaara called out, unleashing his sand. Katon. Great fireball, Sasuke said, unleashing a mouthful of fire, melting the sand just enough that it prevented Gaara from grabbing him. Better end this quickly, Sasuke thought, jumping backwards. Chidori. 1,000 birds, she called out, forming a ball of lightning to spawn in his hand. Kakashi, you taught him such a dangerous move, why? Guy said to the lazy porn-reading rival. This coming from the guy who taught his student to open the inner gates, Kakashi replied before both got hit in the head with a baseball bat. Both of you ought to be ashamed, Kurenai said before turning to Ino. Here is your bat back. Curious, if you taught him that, what did you teach Naruto? Asuma said, watching Kakashi carefully. Well, I am. Kakashi started sweating. Kakashi, you didn't teach him at all for this tournament, did you? Kurenai said with a frown. He never teaches us anything, Sakura says offhandedly, too into watching the fight to notice the frowns and stares given to Kakashi by his pairs. Eat this, Sasuke said, charging at Gaara and striking him through both his sand and his armor. Blood. I have blood. Gaara squealed before grabbing Sasuke with a wad of sand and throwing him across the field into the walls. Enough, I'll end this. Sand, storm, Tondran, Gaara called out, firing a huge wave of sand, catching Sasuke before he could move and knocking him out with a blow to the face. The winner is Gaara, Genma said, wincing from remembering the smack sound the sand had made. Uchiha aren't what they used to be, I guess, or maybe their time is over, the Kazakage said with a smirk. Good thing I quit wanting Uchiha and went after another. Sasuke lost, Ino said, both upset and in fear of Gaara. A name gets you only so far, Choji said, filling his face. He is dangerous, Kakashi thought, focusing on Gaara. Naruto-kun, thought Hinata. After the crowd had died down from watching the last Uchiha get pummeled, Genma then came out to the field. Will Uzumaki, Naruto, and Hyuga Neji please come to the field? Fight 4, Naruto vs. Neji. Are you ready to see what destiny has in store for you? Neji said arrogantly, assuming the Hyuga stance. Sure, why not, Naruto said, pulling the hood off his head, revealing his face. Damn, though a good many young women, and men, from both out of and in the village. Hinata and a few others almost fainted at the sight. Naruto's face now looked more like a young man than a boy. On top of that, his hair was now golden colored. His whisker marks had become thin and distinguished. Okay, then begin, Genma said. I will show you your error trigrams. Palm over fist, Neji called out, charging with what looked like small chakra drills. Naruto just stood there watching. Wow, how slow can you get? He pondered before catching Neji's attack with his hand. Suddenly Neji flew backwards at a rapid speed, about 60 meters or so. What happened? Asked Tenten, who had never seen Neji do so before. He was punched in the forehead, Kakashi said with amazement. You saw it? Kurenai said, focusing on Naruto. Barely, Kakashi said, watching the fight with much more enthusiasm. Without my Sharingan it was almost a blur. Not bad, Uzumaki, Neji said angrily. But let's see you after this. 8 trigrams, 64 palms, and after this Neji was a blur, repeatedly striking Naruto all over his body with great precision. Naruto-kun! Hinata thought, extremely worried, gripping her seat tightly, watching each blow land. Neji would go so far. Naruto-kun, I'm sorry, thought Hitomi, watching him take each blow. I hope you are okay, she thought, gripping the railing. It's all over. 10-10, thought, watching, but to think he would use it so early. Naruto, you must be good. How do you like that? Neji said, finishing the last blow. Can't move much, can you? I've sealed all 64 chakra points on your body. You can't use chakra now. How pathetic, Naruto said calmly, raising his hand and pointing it at Neji. Futon, alternating currents shooting Neji backwards. That's impossible, said multiple people at once. How can you still fight? Much less use chakra? Neji asked, astonished. The wind is on my side, Naruto calmly replied. It's been there for me since I was born, my only friend, my only protection, and my strength. Causing those to hear him to nearly cry. Naruto-kun, I never knew you were so lonely. Hinata almost started crying. I'm so sorry I never told you, but I will, I promise. Naruto-kun, the Hokage thought sadly, I should have been there for you more. I won't lose, Neji called out hastily. You will never know the feeling of a mark that will never go away. Neji, your mark isn't even a comparison to the marks on me, Naruto said with a small bit of disdain. I understand how the Hyuga system works. I don't condone it, nor have I ever judged you, but to do what you have done is uncalled for. I will end this fight in one move. Naruto then charged at Neji. No, you won't. Neji called out trigrams, palm rotation, and started a high-speed spin. Quit hiding, Naruto said, grabbing onto Neji's spin and halting it with his bare hand. Impossible, Neji said before a single punch in the face knocked him to the ground, unable to move. This loser has won, Naruto said calmly while using the same trick with the water he had used on Hinata on his arm. Hey, it's that jutsu, Choji said, not eating because of surprise. That jutsu, Hinata, is why you are still alive. He used it on you to save you, Kurenai said, amazed at such abilities shown by the supposed last place. Naruto-kun, Hinata thought, not only amazed by the sheer strength he had shown but nearly fainted on hearing how she had been saved by him. Well, this battle is over. The winner is Naruto Uzumaki, Genma said, shocked by the match still. Thunderous roars from the crowd had emerged from such a battle, granted mostly from those not of the leaf. He is dangerous. The demon is too strong, thought the council, watching with venom in their eyes. Naruto, what a match, the old man thought happily. And now you owe me 5,000 yen. Old man Tucci, the owner of the ramen stand, said, watching from his stand to the customer next to him. Damn, said the guy, pulling out his checkbook. Boss is so awesome, Konohamaru said, pumping his fist in the air. Naruto-kun, thought Hitomi, you have grown so fast. Well, now he shows great promise, the Kazekage said, focusing in on Naruto. After the crowd had calmed down, meaning about 5 minutes, enough time for Naruto to go back up the stairs and get a drink, Genma came out to the field. Suddenly a small tornado of sand emerged onto the field and Gaara appeared, both anxious, and exited. It's our turn, he said with a Gaara smile, breaking a few windows. An Anke, a tornado of pure wind and ice, span around on the other side with Naruto forming in its eye. Yes, it is, he replied, stretching. Wow, you both look very ready, Genma said, not sure if that was a good thing. Final match, Naruto vs Gaara. This fight will be epic, Lee said, finally able to speak from watching Neji, his greatest rival, fall to Naruto so easily. Epic, Ogori Shikamura said as he and Shino joined the others in the stand. Okay then, final match. Naruto vs Gaara, begin, Genma said, running for his life. Sand tsunami, Gaara shouted in a blood-curdling voice, creating a desert-sized amount of sand filling almost half the arena and releasing the massive wave at Naruto. Futon, winter's call, Naruto called out, sending a huge wave of iced wind and countering Gaara's sand wave equally. The fury of the attack caused a riptide to rush over the whole area, waking Sasuke and making even babies quiet to watch. Sand, storm, tundra, Gaara shouted, tripling the fury and amount of sand. Futon, great wind of the north, Naruto called out, causing the wind to increase its might. The result, the two destroyed the whole terrain. This fight is too powerful, Sarutobi thought, watching before noticing a wind-like barrier protecting the people covering the walls. That is weakening any attack coming out drastically. And to fight on to such a degree at the same time. Naruto, have you reached Kaiga power already? Unreal! Such power! Ino said, watching the fight blow for blow. Naruto-kun, please be careful, he will kill you if you let him, Hinata thought while watching. Since when does Naruto have such amazing power? Kakashi thought, baffled that such ability existed in the boy. This isn't a fight to advance, this is a fight between two shinobi attempting to survive, Hitomi thought, watching. both amazed and worried about the blonde. Oh, this is power at its finest, the Kazekage thought to himself. Soon, this will belong to me. Both sand and wind subsided, revealing two pumpkins staring each other down. Hyuga, frozen tundra, Naruto called out as his eyes glowed for a second. Immediately huge amounts of water poured from the ground and covered the field, and began to grow cold, very cold. Gaara jumped as the water came forth. As for Naruto, he stood perfectly still and floated on the water as it came, and then the water froze solid. Gaara used the chakra in his feet to prevent slipping before turning to Naruto. However, Naruto became a blur of speed as he circled Gaara at unrivaled speed. How is Naruto so fast? Ino asked, just getting her breath back. He is using the ice and wind generated around him to move this way, Kakashi said with his Sharingan now open in order to read the moves. I've never seen ice style before, Choji said. It's incredibly hard to make. It uses wind and water in combination, Kakashi replied. The amount of focus to do that should be beyond human limits, Asuma said, dropping his cigarette. First he would have to have perfect control, then perfect judgment, and huge amounts of expendable chakra, and to freeze the whole field. That's not all, Kakashi said, having everyone face him. He has put up an invisible shield of wind over the stadium to greatly limit any damage others take, he said, causing all eyes to open wide. That shouldn't be possible from a whole wind-based unit, much less one child, Asuma said. Naruto-kun is stronger than anyone knows, Hinata said without a stutter, due to the fact she refused to miss even a second of the fight. Naruto has reached near Kage class, Kakashi said, watching his student continue his attack. Alright Gaara, let's see if I can get past your sand, Naruto said before multiple very well-placed blows were launched at Gaara. On top of that, packed ice wads the size of golf balls flew in a circle around Gaara and repeatedly struck him and his sand. My sand can't take this kind of pounding, Gaara panicked. Hyuga, frozen orb crystals, Naruto called as the ice balls formed two larger ones and span around Gaara, firing ice shards at the boy who had no choice but to cover himself with the remaining sand from his gourd. Mother, he is very strong. I will use my full power to win or I will lose here, he thought. Sand, ultimate pillar of Shikaku, Gaara called out, forming an immense amount of sand into a giant hardened form and dropping it onto the ice, destroying it. Both boys then jumped as the ice shattered and landed on opposite sides of the field, and faced each other. Gaara then formed a sand dome over himself. As he did, an eye made of sand appeared over it, and focused on Naruto. Let me show you my existence, Uzumaki. His voice called out before the dome vanished and Gaara once again was in the fight, only now half sand demon. What the hell? Ino cried out, now terrified of Gaara even more than earlier. This is bad, Kakashi thought, watching. We begin as soon as Gaara transforms fully, Baki said to Kankuro and Temari. Do you think Uzumaki will cause a problem? Temari asked, as no one had ever backed Gaara into such a position. I don't know, but even that power will only slow him down, not stop his rampage, Baki said as he readied himself. Sand, Shuriken, Gaara called out as he swung his giant sand arm, producing many sand blasts and firing them at Naruto. Hyuga, Hurricane, Naruto called out, forming a tornado over himself which both protected him as well as retaliated with ice shards of its own. Futon, Tsunami jet stream, Naruto called out, summoning a focused gale and released it at Gaara, knocking most of the sand off of him and slamming him head on. Ah, Gaara cried out, Uzumaki, I will not end here. He then made his hand sign. Mother, I give you his blood. And with this he began to transform. Now? Asked Kankuro. No, for some reason Orochimaru hasn't given the signal, Baki said. He wants to watch the boy's abilities, I guess. So you will transform, Naruto said calmly as a large demon appeared under Gaara and a red head seeped into its forehead. And now mother will have her blood, art of playing possum, Gaara said, focusing his chakra, causing him to fall asleep. Crap, muttered Naruto, watching a now completely insane sand demon as he started some kind of hippie-like speech. Well, I've got little choice here. Art of summoning, Naruto called out, biting his thumb. Poof! A giant-sized toad appeared on the field, the same size as the demon. What? Where did the demon, Naruto-kun, learn a summoning? Said multiple people at the same time. Naruto-kun, you are so very strong, Hinata thought as she too was completely amazed by such a feat. That's the toad summoning, but the only one who knows that is. That's right, it was me, a man said, popping out next to the old man. Jiraiya, you taught Naruto the summoning? The old man asked. Hey, the little squirt won a bet with me. I didn't know you knew him personally though, the white-haired hermit said, taking a seat next to the Hokage. Yes, I do. How is it that he came to learn it? The old man asked. Well, it's a long story, so I'll make it short, the man said. Quickie flashy back art. Naruto was sitting in the hot springs to calm down and clean himself after a long day's work. Turning his head, he caught sight of something both embarrassing and annoying to his left. A man was looking through a hole in the wall. Hey, old man, Are you peeping on the women's side? Naruto asked, purposely being louder than needed. Pervert! Shouted voices in the women's bath area before a bunch of scampering was heard. Oh, why did you open your mouth? The man asked, upset that the peep show was over. The same reason, I'll do it again, Naruto said with a smirk. Hey ladies, here he is, he said before holding his hand up, making a gust of wind just barely lift the old man over the wall. 5 minutes of pain later. Thank you, young man, said several women from where Naruto guessed was the hidden cloud. And no thanks needed, I'm not fond of peepers, especially not in my village, and while I'm trying to relax. Giggle, well here, a present for the honest young cutie, one of them said, kissing Naruto on the forehead, making him blush much to the women's delight. So cute, they said as they went on their way. I hate you, muttered the man as he tried to stand up. I've been told that for as long as I can remember. Having you say it means little, I'm afraid, Naruto said as he went off for a bite to eat at the ramen shack. After about 5 minutes, Naruto sighed. How long you gonna follow me? He asked no one. I see you have good senses, said a voice as a man stepped out of the shadows. Great, the pervert has found me, muttered Naruto. What do you want? Revenge, the man said with an evil laugh. I, the great Jiraiya, sage of Maboku, shall have my revenge. Ah ha ha ha, bet I can make you leave, Naruto said calmly, watching the strange man. Ha, do your worst, the hermit replied. In fact, should you make me leave, I will grant you a jutsu, the likes of which you normally would never get a chance on. Anything goes? Naruto said, slightly interested. Of course, the old man replied, taking a battle stance. Okay then, OHH ladies. The pervert is back, Naruto shouted. Oh shit, replied Jiraiya as he ran from a group of angry women. That was a cheap and shallow move. I asked if anything goes, Naruto said. As a ninja, one must see through deception, and my plan was as obvious as day. 10 minutes later, the veteran pervert mumbled as he nursed his bandaged head. Hey, I even pulled you out of the mob. The least you could do is be grateful, Naruto replied, handing him an ice patch. Fine, I'll let you have your jutsu, then I'm out of here, before they come back. The sage replied, pulling out his scroll. It's a summoning jutsu. This caught Naruto's attention. Summoning? Those are rare indeed, and he is just going to give it to me, the boy thought. Hey, not to sound ungrateful or anything, but summoning jutsu are very rare and valuable, usually extremely well guarded and protected, so why give me such a power? He asked, turning his head sideways. Well, it's like this, kid. You seem smart, so I'll give you the stakes. There are 3 rules to learning this power. First is you have to actually summon one. The second is you have to prove to the summon in question that you are trustworthy and strong enough to be a summoner. Last but not least, you must show you are worthy to me, the old man said, taking a stance. And I will test you decently, so I hope you don't disappoint me. Ah, well, I will try my best then, Naruto said, standing straight up and still, like Gaara's pose. I will give it my best shot. And so the two charged. Flashy trick of memories over. He must have given you a match, huh? Said the old man, turning back to the field. Heh, little squirt is powerful indeed, and not arrogant at that. Bit cold though, the sage said, turning to the fight himself. There are reasons for that, I'm afraid, the Hokage said sadly. I'll explain later. Holy shit, that's a big-ass frog, Kiba said. Damn, hopefully it's eaten, Shino stated. Naruto has so much power, Sakura said with a small flash in her eyes. I didn't think he could be that strong, Sasuke said quietly to himself. I'll have to ponder a bit later on some things like my regiment and stuff. Ah ha 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 ha. I'm awake again, said Gaara, now transformed into Shikaku, the beast of one tail. Why have you summoned me? Bellowed the toad as it took out its pipe. Little problem over there I need a bit of help on before he tears up the village, Naruto stated bluntly. Promise I wouldn't have bugged you needlessly. Ah, Shikaku the sand spirit, a biju is it? This will be a long battle, I'm afraid, the toad grumbled as he pulled out a gigantic blade. Actually, I have a plan, Naruto said. The guy in the middle of his forehead is the person he is trapped inside. In order to go beast, he knocked himself out with a jutsu. I'm guessing if we can wake him up, the beast will go dormant. Not a bad bit of deduction, Squirt. Yes, that should end this quickly without a lot of long time work. Trouble is we gotta get over to him without taking a lot of damage. I can handle defense, Naruto stated, standing tall on the toad's head. All you need to do is get to him and hold him still long enough for me to lay a smackdown. You think you can block Shikaku and his air blasts? The toad said with a bellow. I can and will, Naruto said. Easier said than done, I'm guessing. Hey, you got guts, kid. I'm starting to like you already. Okay then, on 3. 1, 2, 3, boom! Both boy and toad shot as fast as they could across the field. Oh no, you ain't gonna put my ass down, bitches, Shikaku roared, taking his arm and striking his stomach. Air bullets, he called out, firing huge blasts of demonic wind at the two. Here comes the pain, the toad muttered. Sarantigan. Naruto mumbled, activating his eyes. What are they doing? Did his eyes glow? Were questions on just about everyone's mind. Whoosh. The bullet hit dead on, yet had no effect. WTF? Pondered many. What, my badass bitch killer shoulda wiped the floor with you gays, what the hell happened? Shikaka roared. Kid did it. And gave me a heart attack to boot, thought the toad. Fine, if one anti-bitch be mean enough I'll give you the whole caboose load, one tails yelled their bullets. The wind is on my side, Naruto remembered. Whoosh, shush, wash, whoosh. Bullets struck them head on, but seemed to dissipate as they struck. What the? Every shot hit the damn ass, so what the is going on? He roared. Language, Kiba shouted, making half the stadium sweat drop and his mother fall over. I got you, Shikaku. The giant toad roared, throwing his sword/knife thing at the beast, hitting it in the leg, pinning him down. You mother ing bitch wads, I'll tear your heads off and shove them up your asses. It's female, probably, Naruto and the toad mumbled at the same time. No offense to any party. The toad grabbed onto the demon, making it squeal and cry out. I got it, boy. Get the medium, boss, Toad called out. Got it, boss. Naruto said, jumping off and using the wind to block and dodge sand waves and ripples. Hey you, wake up! He called, making a fist and punching Gaara in the face. Aw, come on now. I was just out, man, Shikaku shouted as it began changing into sand. Okay kid, you got the rest, I've got no choice but to leave. Got a problem at home, you see, the giant toad said, poofing. Naruto then fell about 30 stories and landed on his feet as he watched the sand dissipate, revealing Gaara, semi-conscious. I won't lose, I will prove my existence. Also, I want sashimi. Gaara called out in a labored breath. I'm tired, Gaara. And so are you, let's make this next attack the deciding blow, Naruto said, balling up his fist and jumping in midair. Gaara also made a fist and did the same. Whack! The fight was over. Naruto stood over Gaara as the red-haired boy, no energy remaining, started to panic. I can't lose, arg, my existence isn't. Naruto then smiled. Gaara, you did prove your existence. But is how you did it the way you want to be remembered? What do you mean? I'm a demon, this is how we show our might and purpose. Gaara, I too once had a demon inside of me, Naruto whispered, causing Gaara's eyes to open wide. Used to? How so? While everyone believes I still have it, my demon was purified, meaning destroyed. I gained its powers, yet I will only use them to protect others. Why? Because I too have felt great pain, Gaara. In fact, I'm guessing I may have felt as much as you. We both are treated as monsters, but we are humans, Gaara, human, not a beast. Gaara, let's do our best to become strong. To become strong using our own power and to gain acceptance one day. Let's show everyone that we to feel and we to wish to protect those precious and dear to us. Naruto said, holding out his arm. After about 20 seconds, Gaara nodded and held his hand out to Naruto Uzumaki. Is it possible that maybe we can be friends? Yes, Gaara, I want that as well. We've got a lot of work to do to prove ourselves, but we can do it. Yes, we do, Gaara said quietly. Gaara, I know your seal forces you to remain awake. I would like to try to modify it so that you can, if you will let me. Naruto said. If you could, I would be so thankful, Uzumaki, the redhead said, lifting up his shirt. Such a crappy seal. Okay, then let's try this. Naruto's hand glowed and a flame appeared in white on each finger. Fuinjutsu. 6 pillar 4 wave. Striking Gaara with a little force. Gaara stood very still. About 2 minutes later he smiled. I cannot hear it anymore. Uzumaki, thank you. Gaara then passed out. Gaara, my brother, you are welcome. Naruto said quietly, standing up. I guess the winner is Naruto. Uzumaki, the proctor said, pulling the senbon off the floor where he dropped it earlier and put it in his mouth. Suddenly great cheers and booming voices filled the arena. Did you see that? Oh man, best fight I've ever seen, one man said, clapping as loudly as possible. I thought my heart stopped there for periods, I'm telling you, said a woman in the back. Awesome, said a little boy in the back. God, that was intense, said a girl while her friend tapped her shoulder. Think I got a chance with him? She asked. I don't know, but I'm glad you invited me. I'm going to watch every tournament from now on. Power, skill, morals, and talent in such a swirl. I was afraid the new generation was losing these. But this fight proved otherwise, like a fight from the past. I will remember this battle for the rest of my life, an older man said, turning to his grandson. You know you are only 7, you can enroll as a ninja still. Sign me up, grandpa. The boy said, eyes still wide. Did you see that fight? Ino said, cheering on the blonde. I forgot to eat the entire fight, Choji said. Troublesome, thought Shikamaru, this may make it either harder or easier to figure out what is up with the blonde. Naruto-kun, Hinata thought to herself, first Niji. Then this, will I ever have a chance again to show you I'm stronger? Hot damn, that was freaking AWE some man. Kiba said as Akamaru barked in agreement. Everyone else just nodded and stared. The Hokage then stood up and cleared his voice. Congratulations to every participant of the tournament. I think I will remember this day for many to come. I believe that this day has shown us that power comes when least expected and that we become truly strong when fighting for our friends and allies. I now announce that the tournament is now over. Cheers and praise once again filled the stands as the old man sat down. Naruto, my boy, it's time. I will announce your lineage during my next meeting. Boom! A loud explosion was heard, as the people turned to find out where feathers fell from the sky, lulling all non-shinobi and lesser genin into a slumber. Shit, it's time, and Gaara is out, Baki said. That kid is complete trouble, he then said, staring at Naruto. The explosion in question was up where the Kage's Saturday. A barrier was set up and only 2 were inside, Sarutobi and the Kazekage. Shit, I was too slow, Jiraiya said, pissed. I see I have little strength left, Naruto said to himself as he turned to the Kage stand. But I will fight to my last, and with that Naruto Uzumaki took off in the direction of the old man, unsure what would be found there. The Hokage then stood up and cleared his voice. Congratulations to every participant of the tournament. I think I will remember this day for many to come. I believe that this day has shown us that power comes when least expected and that we become truly strong when fighting for our friends and allies. I now announce that the tournament is now over. Cheers and praise once again filled the stands as the old man sat down. Naruto, my boy, it's time. I will announce your lineage during my next meeting. Boom! A loud explosion was heard, as the people turned to find out where feathers fell from the sky, lulling all non-shinobi and lesser genin into a slumber. Shit, it's time, and Gaara is out, Baki said. That kid is complete trouble, he then said, staring at Naruto. The explosion in question was up where the Kage's Saturday. A barrier was set up and only 2 were inside, Sarutobi and the Kazekage. Shit, I was too slow, Jiraiya said, pissed. I see I have little strength left, Naruto said to himself as he turned to the Kage stand. But I will fight to my last, and with that Naruto Uzumaki took off in the direction of the old man, unsure what would be found there. Continuing, while what the hell is going on? Sakura asked while releasing Kiba from the genjutsu. We're under attack by both sound and sand, it seems, Kakashi said, removing a kunai and striking a nearby sound ninja with it. Kakashi, my eternal rival, we have our work cut out for us, said Guy, punching a sand chunin in the face. Let us use this as a way to get stronger and as a challenge to quickly save as many as possible. Sure, I'm game, Kakashi replied, narrowing his vision at a couple more sound ninja that had just arrived. Sakura, get Kiba up and then all of you quickly head to the academy. Protect the students and get civilians to safety. Quickly go, Hi-sensei, Sakura said, finishing the removal from Kiba. What the hell is going on? Kiba asked, dodging a kunai randomly thrown and nearly cutting his friend off. No time, explain later, Ino said. Choji, punch a hole here. Right, partial expansion, called out, punching a hole through the wall. Great, let's move, Kiba said. However, it was noticeable he was a bit overwhelmed by the current events. What about Naruto-kun? Hinata asked Kakashi. Hinata is right, he has to be tired after that battle. We need to grab him so he can rest, Ino chimed in. Naruto is over there, Kakashi said, pointing at Naruto. Right before the blonde charged towards the Kage seats, smashing 2 chunin in the guts, a punch each. Hey, looks like he still has some bite in him, Sasuke smirked, pulling out some shuriken and hitting a random sand shinobi. He will have to take care of himself. He's too far to help presently, Asuma said. Go guys, quickly. We 4 will cover your escape. Genjutsu, Haze Kurenai said, blinding several attackers. Go now, we can handle it here. Right, let's go, Sasuke said, jumping through the hole. Slow down, Choji said as he and the others followed. As the 4 continued to remove more and more opponents, Asuma looked in the direction that Naruto had gone and noticed the rooftop. Dad, don't die on me yet, I still need to talk with you. Rooftop, you are not the Kazekage. Show your face, Orochimaru, Sarutobi said, removing his Kage hat, revealing his combat helm. Heh, as you wish, Sensei. The snake removed his hat and revealed his own face. You monster, why do you attack your own village? And what is your purpose here? The old man growled. It's time I leveled this village to the ground, the snake smirked, and I'm here to collect someone who will join me. What are you talking about? Sarutobi asked, confused. Don't lower your guard, Sensei Hibi, Rendanya called out, firing a barrage of serpents at his old teacher. Roof tile shuriken, the old man called out with a couple hand signs, firing roof tiles at snakes. Crap, the old man is in trouble, Naruto thought as he ran closer. Too tired to fight much more. Wait, can I use the fox chakra? Do I even want to? Completely by luck, Naruto ran into both Shino and Shikamaru. Naruto man, glad we found you, Shikamaru said. You look very tired. You need a soldier pill or something, Shino said calmly. Unfortunately, I do not have one to give you. Same, what a pain, the genius said with a frown. So an easy kill then, said a voice, making all 3 turn to find Baki. So you think, Naruto said, holding his arms out, I still have enough to finish you off. Ha, you can barely stand. I'm not wasting the chance. Baki retorted, creating a wind stream in his hand. Futon, blade of wind, causing a blade to emerge. He was about to charge when a senbomb flew at him, causing him to jump back. I got this one, Gunma, the proctor said, tossing Naruto a small pouch. Inside are 3 chakra pills. Recharge and fight more as you can move. Thanks, proctor, Naruto said, eating them and charging at the barrier where his grandfather was. Shit, that kid's gonna cause more trouble, Baki growled, turning to Genma, sword in hand. Heh, I've been told he's good at it, Genma said as he and the two boys got into position. Those pills helped only somewhat. My chakra amounts are still low, the blonde grunted. I guess I will use Fox Chakra to recharge my level a bit. Inside his head, Chakra, dark chakra, I absorb you. Naruto then felt his chakra go high enough to suit him. Interesting, I can use it to make more of my own chakra using it. This will help out with emergencies. Naruto then used a gust of wind to speed his ascent up the walls and onto the lower rooftop. Hold on, old man, I'm coming for you. Heh, not bad, old man, but you're still too weak to stop me, Orochimaru smirked with a tongue flapping. He's right. My age is affecting my skills too much. I wasn't expecting to battle him today. Should I survive, I need to retire again and have a new Kage take up my role. The veteran thought as he panted from the repeated blows they had unleashed. Give up, old man, this village like you is finished. After I'm done today, only 4 major villages will exist. The snake smirked. My will isn't broken, Sarutobi grunted out as he stood back in his stance. I will not fall so easily. You'll find I'm not as easy to kill as you might think. I'm afraid I won't drag this out, sensei. My new protege will need some time to break and I'm not a very patient person time-wise, Orochimaru smirked. You demon, who have you targeted now? Sarutobi growled before his eyes opened wide. Him? You would go after him? I see you figured it out, sensei. His power is amazing, better than Uchiha blood, and I will have it. I've left him a mark or two, so he will eventually come to me anyway seeking more power, and most likely will grow angrier at this village for his mistreatment. The snake laughed. Oh come now, sensei. I've learned quite a bit on him already. Poor boy has no real friends and takes sanctuary in a ramen stand. How sad. Well, he will come to me and I will give him what he deserves, revenge and respect from those who would make his life so miserable. I won't let you corrupt him, you vile creature, old Sarutobi said, angry that this beast would go after the boy, after his village, after all he stood to protect. I should have killed you years ago when I had the chance. Coo, and now you won't get one at all, Orochimaru laughed. Sensei, hang on, you old monkey, Jiraiya hoped as he turned to a couple Anbu whom had showed up. Is Hokage-sama in danger? Questioned the leader. Nothing we can do, I don't think, the sage replied regretfully. This barrier is double set so that we can't get in nor can he get out. This is bad, Anbu number 2 said, watching the two trade blows. I'm breaking through, Anbu 3 said, charging. And oh, you idiot! The sage said, a bit too late. Oh! The Anbu cried out as his body caught flames. Suiton. Toad Mountain Bullet, the sage said, firing a water blast at the Anbu, putting out the flames and knocking him back 20 feet. This barrier will kill you if you try to break through. It's called 4-pillar formation barrier and is very dangerous. So what do we do? Anbu 1 asked. Not a damn clue, the sage grumbled. Stay here, I'll return in a moment. I need to take care of that beast over there, he said, pointing at a giant multi-headed serpent charging through town. Yes, sir, they replied. Well, Sarutobi sensei, it's been fun, but I will finish this now, Orochimaru said, making hand signs. Forbidden summoning. Reanimation. As he said this, he slammed his hands down first. What the devil? The old man said, eyes wide. Second. As he said this, 2 coffins rose from the ground. And third. I must stop that one at all costs. Sarutobi pulled out some shuriken and threw them around the third coffin as it started coming up. Saru na Saru, he said, flipping hand signs out, causing the third one to return to the ground. So the third one failed, huh? Orochimaru thought. No matter, these 2 will be plenty. Come out first and second, Hokages, causing the 2 coffins to open, and out came 2 men. One with white hair, the other with a deep brown. You monster, they look exactly as I remember. The weary old man said sadly. Sarutobi, is that you? Asked the white-haired man. You've grown old, the other said. It's been a long time, Sarutobi said. We are dead, how are we back? The first Hokage asked. I see, it's that Jutsu, the second said. Such insolence. Sarutobi, we have no control, you must prepare for our battle. As he said this, Orochimaru put a kunai with a tag on it inside both former Kage's heads. I know, Sarutobi said, summoning Jutsu, Monkey King Enma, creating a large monkey. Sarutobi, what is it? The monkey asked before seeing Orochimaru. That scum! Can we finally kill this human trash? Yes, we shall try our hardest, to Sarutobi said as Enma changed into a staff. Attack! Orochimaru said with a grin as the 2 charged. Stupid ninja said, I am dumping boiling hot water in a sound ninja's face, making him squeal. Stupid and non-paying, you're messing up my business. Tucci said, hitting the other uninvited guest with a large rolling pin, knocking him out cold. Naruto told us to go to the academy if anything dangerous were to happen, Iam said, pointing at the school. Yeah, that guy Irika is there, Tucci said. Students, please keep calm and follow your teachers carefully. This isn't a drill, but we will keep you safe, Irika said, making sure the last ones got out. As the classes went with them, a cracking sound was heard by Konohamaru and his 2 friends. They looked to the Hokage walls to see the 4th Hokage's face crack down near the nose and cheek. Ominous, Udan said before Ino pushed him along. Hurry, no straggling, she said, surveying a bit before continuing. All over the village battles ensued. No one was at the academy, a sound ninja told his leader. Damn it, they either knew we were coming or are smart, he said before looking up and seeing several pissed leaf ninja. Coming to take our children, are you? Choza said with a snarl. Let's not talk, and just kill some tough guys, some said as they hit the ninja so fast Buddha's head rolled around. Oh wow, said Kiba. What is it? Asked Sakura. Somewhere right now, Mom just neutered a guy, Kiba said. How do you know? Asked Sasuke. I've been kicked in the nuts by Mom and Sister so many times I've got a 6th sense, Kiba replied. Said Choji as they put more kids in hiding. So far a stalemate, Genma said, slightly out of breath. Can't get close with that sword of his. Ready to give up? Shikamaru asked Baki. Never, Baki said before taking a quick look around. Something is off on this invasion. I'm not sure what. Alright then, let's finish this, he said, charging again. Kakashi, my rival, what's wrong? Guy asked, taking out another victim. I'm hoping our students are okay, Kakashi said as a clone killed another one. Had their finest, Sama said with a puff of smoke. Be okay, guys, Kakashi thought. Naruto, I'm sorry I didn't take you seriously so many times. I will become a better sensei. Just survive so I can do better. Hinata, what's wrong? Asked Ino as they both finished with the last of the children. I don't know why, but I think Naruto-kun is in danger, she said, scared. Knowing Naruto, he is overdoing it again, and is in the most dangerous area there is, Ino said without thinking, making Hinata take off for the barrier. He is up there, I know it, she thought as she ran. Hyuga Clan members poured out, and struck any opponent dumb enough to try and come to the east side of the village. Hinata, Naruto, both of you be safe. Hitomi worried as she finished off a guy. Where is Hanabi-sama? Asked one of the guards. I checked inside the compound and at the academy earlier before they evacuated. I didn't find her, said Natsumi, Hitomi's personal guard. Find her, Hitomi ordered. Yes, ma'am. Near rape scene. Heh, what have we here? Said a sound ninja as he and 2 others cornered the young girl. A Hyuga, and a main branch one as well. Heh, I say we play with her right now, then sell her to Kumo for a nice sum, he smirked as he grabbed and gagged her. Take off the gag, I like when they scream, said another as he grinned. I'll look at the little girlie. So scared it's making me wanna play as well, said the third one. The 3 ripped off her shirt, tearing it off her body in shreds. Then they took knives and cut her pants off her, and 2 held her down. Hey, isn't that cute? Little bear panties. About to be bloody bear panties, heh, said the third as he ripped them off her, exposing the girl. Hurry so I get my turn, said one of the other 2. Heh, can do, he said. As he was about to start, a kunai hit him in the back and killed him instantly. Safe. I'll show you what happens when you kidnap a girl like that in my village, Naruto said as he quickly and mercilessly killed the other 2 and unbound the girl. Hey, you okay? He asked right before she grabbed him as tight as possible. The thank you, she said several times before she started crying. She sat there for several minutes crying before Naruto was able to get her to let go. Here, he said, taking off his vest and covering her torso with it. Take this as well, handing her the cloak he had worn earlier that morning. Thank you so much, she said, hugging again. I couldn't let those scum hurt a pretty little girl like you now, could I? Said Naruto with a little smirk. Pretty, she thought with a blush. Okay, now grab onto my back, I'll carry you with me. I need to get up that building quickly, he said, pointing. Okay, she replied, holding onto his back very tightly. So warm and safe, she thought, snuggling into his back. Naruto then ran up the wall in time to see the old man losing due to a 3-on-1 match. Quickly looking around, he saw the Umbu standing by the left side. He ran over to them. Any way inside you guys can see? He asked quickly. We tried, it will kill you if you try to force through it, and Umbu said, irritated that he couldn't enter. Take her, he said, handing Hanabi to them. To her displeasure. I'm getting in there, he said, making them shake their heads. If there was a way in, we would have found it, the second one said. I'm not looking. I'm going through another way, Naruto replied, activating his eyes. Naruto generated a huge amount of chakra, so large in fact that Orochimaru noticed and turned to see what it was. What are you? The Umbu didn't finish as Naruto ran smack into the barrier. Chakra flew through the air. Hissing sounds from the power sounded off and Naruto went through the barrier. Impossible, all 3 Umbu said in unison. Hanabi just sat there watching her hero go through a barrier that even Umbu couldn't, making her blush a bit as well as wonder at least what is his name. Inside the barrier. I'm in now to do this, Naruto thought as he stood up ready to attack. I'm not a match for the real first and second Hokage. But those are fakes. I can help here. Naruto charged Futon. Great Wind of the North said, blowing both former Kages backwards and jumping over next to the old man. Sorry I'm late, Gigi, he said with a smirk, making the old man jump. Naruto? How did you get in here? he asked, both happy to see him yet worried due to who else was in here. I went through the wall, Naruto said, turning to Orochimaru and the other two. I'm here to help, old man. You'd probably make some speech then sacrifice yourself to stop him, and end up dead if I don't, he said as a little joke. The old man, knowing Naruto's power, and the fact he knew he and Enma needed help, nodded then stared at the three. Be careful, though not as strong as the living versions, these walking dead copies are still very strong, he warned. Right, ready when you are, old man, Naruto said as the wind encircled both Sarutobi and Naruto, creating a semi-barrier from lesser attacks. This could be trouble. At the same time, I don't have to hunt the boy down, Orochimaru thought as he and the other two got into positions, for playtime was over. Now it begins. Naruto-kun, please be okay, Hinata thought with great fear as she started climbing up the tower. Little devil, I'll show you what happens when you mess with the sage, Jiraiya said with style, dropping a massive toad on top of the multi-headed snake, crushing its summoning jutsu. Bring down the house. Lord Jiraiya, someone broke through the barrier somehow, and Umbu said, jumping from nowhere. Who and how? He asked, wanting to join in. The Uzumaki broke in, though we still aren't sure how, the Umbu replied. We have no choice. As we cannot enter it, we must defend the village and let those two handle it. The sage said with a frown. Have those three Umbu stand guard and let the rest of us handle these freaks. Of course, Jiraiya-sama, the Umbu said as the two vanished, eager to teach these scum what happens when you play rough with the leaf. Ma'am, no sign of either Hinata-sama or Hanabi-sama, said Natsumi to Hitomi as they continued to search. Hyuga-sama, Hanabi-sama was last seen by a villager headed in that direction, said a branch member pointing at the barrier. We must hurry then, Hitomi said, worried about her daughters. Remove all sound and Sanshinobi as we make our way. Yes, ma'am, the branch members said as one main and 6 branch members ran in the direction Hanabi was last seen. Cuckoo. Well, if it isn't Uzumaki, Orochimaru said, licking his lips, saves me the trouble of finding you, my boy. Why not join with us and get revenge against those who have made your life hell? I am getting revenge already, Naruto said with a growl, against the one who put those gay little curse marks on me. Curse marks? Sarutobi asked, narrowing his eyes at his old student. Don't you like them? The snake asked. They are full of power and bring out your inner destructiveness. No, they just hurt like a bitch until I removed the tainted energy, Naruto said, making the snake's eyes open wide. You removed the marks? That's impossible. They remain until the user is no longer of this world. I didn't remove them, you gay tongue-wielding old fart. I removed all their power. They are but tattoos as far as they go now. Naruto said, smirking at the former Leaf Ninja's anger and rage. It seems I underestimated your power, Uzumaki, but no longer. I will finish this battle and take you with me to obtain a much stronger seal, Orochimaru said as he returned to his stance and readied himself. Only if you can beat an old man and a kid, Sarutobi said with a small smirk before he too got into position. Hidden art. 1,000 shadow snakes, Orochimaru shouted, spitting up an immense number of snakes, all of which charged at the pair open-mouthed. Predictable, Doton. Earth Dragon Bomb, Sarutobi said, flipping through hand signs. Katan. Dragon Flame, she also said, firing both large mud bullets and fire bullets, however the two combined. Combination. Dragon Flame Bomb, creating powerful blasts all but destroying the snakes. Suetun. River Abrupt, the second Hokage said, creating a massive lake of water covering the roof and then sank into it. Not good, that was a special of the second, Sarutobi said to Naruto. He will fire his body at us from all sides to try and kill us. Way too easy to stop, Naruto said as he activated his chakra. And eyes. What? His eyes changed again. The snake said to himself loud enough everyone heard it. Yes, snake, fear the wind, for it's unpredictable, and savage to any it deems unworthy, Naruto said. Hyatun. Frozen tundra, causing the water to freeze near instantly, with the second inside the ice. Mokotun. Tree of beginning, the second said, causing huge roots and trees to form under the ice, causing it to break and allowing the second to escape. Hyatun. Winter's Fury, Naruto said, causing the temperature to fall so low near the trees that they froze and began to split and die. How many jutsu have you learned in a month? The snake asked, greatly surprised. Plenty, Naruto said, waving his hand around and pointing at him. Flashback to training. Jutsu, while important, take much time to learn and master, Naruto thought as he focused his glass of water, freezing it slowly. But I must say, I guess there isn't a way to cheat at it. If Uchiha can use their eyes to copy others, then I guess I too have a secret, he smirked, looking over at his clones. Quite a few of them, to be precise. I can't believe that I never noticed that whatever my clones learn, when they dissipate, all knowledge goes to the original. The potential is amazing. I'm glad I choose it as my jutsu to learn when Mizuki tricked me. Too bad it takes more chakra than most Chunin and have to create more than one. Guess that's why I'm guessing few to no one use this secret. He then stretched out a bit before one of his clones stood up and began jumping around. This is boring. I'm gonna be the next Hokage," he shouted before another clone threw an ice brick at him, making him poof. "Sorry boss, he got on my nerves," the clone said as others nodded. I think if we act too mature life may get boring," another said while creating a cyclone the size of a large drum and threw it to see how far it could travel. "You might be right," Naruto said with a yawn. "But no jumping around acting retarded. Fun is one thing, stupid is another," he said, making others nod. "Wanna take a break and go swimming then?" asked another, pulling a large amount of water from the ground. "Might as well, all clones, water polo," Naruto said with a smirk, making others shout yays, rip their outfits off and charge for the water, cannonball style. 30 minutes later. "Okay guys, let's all return and get some food," Naruto said as he dried off. "Okay boss," they said, dissipating all at once. Suddenly everything got all wavy and Naruto collapsed. Egg, what happened?" Naruto asked himself as he got off the ground. "I guess that many memories of training all at once was too much, and I overloaded." He then looked down at his chest. "I guess body shape doesn't change from clones, only memories, meaning I need to work out while others practice jutsu, and a few other workout as well to gain more info on it." He then stretched and went off for his still favorite food. Ramen. Training memories over. Naruto then stared angrily at Orochimaru before flipping through hand signs. "Cover me, old man, I need just a second," flipping through hand signs faster than most normal people could see. "Alright Naruto," the old man said as he blocked incoming attacks. "This battle, it's almost like multiple real-life Kage are fighting," and Anbu said as others watched. "He is so strong," Hanabi thought watching Naruto fight. "He is even strong enough to help the Hokage himself." As she thought on this, she noticed someone else jump onto the rooftop. "Big sister?" she asked, causing Hinata to turn towards the girl. "Hanabi?" she asked, running over to her. "Why are you up here, and why are you wearing that robe?" "Some bad shinobi tried to rape me," the girl said as her eyes watered, causing Hinata to hug her younger sibling. "Shhhh. It's okay, Hanabi," she said before patting her on the back. "They didn't hurt you, did they?" "No, that ninja saved me," Hanabi said, pointing into the barrier. "He gave me his cloak and vest to cover me." Hinata turned to face the barrier and immediately became terrified. Naruto-kun, thought Hanabi as she wrote his name down mentally. "Hitomi-sama over there. I see both Hinata-sama and Hanabi-sama," one of the guards said, pointing at the two girls. Hitomi quickly ran at the two girls. She called out, causing both of them to turn to face her. "Mother?" Hinata said, surprised to see her. "Mommy," Hanabi said, grabbing her. "Are you both okay?" she asked, grabbing Hinata and hugging them both. "Yes, Mommy, some men tried to hurt me, but Naruto-kun saved me," she said, pointing at the blonde through the barrier. "Naruto?" she asked herself before seeing the boy and gasping. "He is inside? That beast will kill him." "I don't know what you have up your sleeve, boy, but I don't think I will let you finish," Orochimaru said as he made a few hand signs of his own. "Katon, dark serpent flare," he called out, firing a red and black fireball from his mouth. "Doton, mud wall," Sarutobi called out, creating a wall blocking the blast. "You two stop him," Orochimaru said, a bit ticked. "Too late for you," Naruto said, stopping on Tori. "Rooster, Futon, kamikaze shockwave," said as a blast came from his body, firing both former Kages far backwards and knocking Orochimaru, as he did his best to stay in place with chakra, to the other side of the roof, leaving gashes all over the three targets. "To think Uzumaki could keep up with and even damage the snake Sannin," one of the Anbu said, completely amazed. "Think if we ask later Hokage-sama will let him join us?" Anbu number 22 asked. "If he can think half as well as he can fight, I want him as my superior," the third one said. Naruto-kun, Hinata/Hanabi thought, "Please be careful. Naruto-kun, please don't push yourself and die, please." Hitomi thought as she watched the blast. Growling, "Still a stalemate," said Baki as he charged once again. "I refuse to lose to you," Genma said, charging as well. Baki almost made it to Genma. However, he failed to notice something close to the ground and tripped on Gaara. "What the hell?" he said out loud as Gaara had fallen asleep over 300 feet from where he was now. "Kid must have rolled a bit," Genma thought with a smirk on his face. Baki tried to stand, yet as he did, Gaara rolled again, kicking his sensei right in the groin. "Holy crap!" Baki cried out, holding his crouch. "Damn perfect shot," Shikamaru said, wincing. "Unlucky foe," Shino said in monotone, yet it was obvious he was trying not to laugh. Why did I get this messed up kid as my student?" Baki cried out as Gaara repeatedly kicked him in the face. "Kyuso, the kid is good. Of course, that's why I chose him in the first place," the snake thought as he stood back up. "The Kages recover from damage," Sarutobi said to Naruto as the former Kages rapidly regenerated. "I was even able to hit the second, destroying half his body, but he recovered from the blow. I'm not sure how to stop them." Quickly looking around, Naruto noticed something the old man had overlooked, then smiled. I've got it, old man. I will get rid of these two and send them back where they belong, while you play with Sir Lix-a-Lot. If you can handle them, I can handle him. Sarutobi said as he swung his staff at the snake, making him jump. Kige, Bushin, Naruto said, creating a pair of clones. Both clones then charged at the two while Naruto hung back a bit. Ainu Saru ni Saru Hitsuji ni Ainu Hitsuji. Naruto began quickly. What are you up to, old man? Asked the snake as he dodged a hurried blow. Watch as your two minions are sent back to the underworld where they belong. Sarutobi said as he swung again. Ku. Even if he was to freeze them solid or blast them to pieces, they will regenerate and continue. Orochimaru laughed. Naruto, what do you have up your sleeve? Sarutobi thought as he continued his attack. Both clones quickly jumped near Naruto and took up the symbol for focus while Naruto stopped on a symbol. Hayatan, Divine Wind of the East, Naruto called out as he and his two clones created a tornado vacuum tunnel, blowing both Kage regardless of how many trees or fibers they threw up to protect them. The tunnel was too strong to allow them to Kawamiri focus, and it blew them straight into the barrier. Bzzzzz was heard as they hit. Naruto and his two clones then charged right into them both. The force of their push and the barrier together resulted in the two former Kage being engulfed in flames, then turning to dust. Ha, your little trick seems to be over, my foolish old student, Sarutobi said as he smirked at Orochimaru's expression. Genius, using the barrier itself to solve the problem, how easy to overlook that. Naruto, you amaze me yet again. I can't believe it. He found a way to destroy them using my own barrier. This boy is clever as well as strong. I must have him. I must, the pedophile thought as he turned to his old sensei. First I will kill this old monkey off. Now Doton, Earth Pillar, he called out, making a large rock appear, knocking Enma loose from his grip. Now I have him. The snake charged at him and stabbed him with his snake blade, only to hit Naruto instead at the last second. What? Orochimaru said as he pulled the blade from Naruto's chest, causing blood to flow. Naruto, why? Asked Sarutobi. I'm an old man with little life left anyway, so why? Because Naruto said as blood trickled from his mouth. You're one of the only precious I have. Naruto staggered a bit before narrowing his vision at the snake. I'm not dead yet, I still have this. Naruto then summoned forth his remaining chakra, creating a typhoon. Sarantigan, he said as he charged. The snake turned to move before noticing his feet were frozen to the ground. Trying to switch with the clone, he discovered he was unable to, as Naruto had frozen everything to the point he couldn't make any mud clones. As he looked back to Naruto, the blonde had made several hand signs. Fuinjutsu, Seal of the North Star, said, striking the snake soundly in the chest, causing the evil Sannin to cry out in pain. What did you do to me? He cried out as the ice and wind all died down. I've sealed your chakra, Naruto grunted out. Unless you can remove it, you will never be able to perform jutsu again. Good luck, snake. As I am the one who invented it, you may have a few problems for a while. Naruto then smiled at the Sannin's predicament before collapsing into a pool of blood. The wind died down and was silent. I will finish you, you evil creature. Sarutobi cried out, pissed as hell. Drop the barrier, we have failed, we leave now. Orochimaru managed to say, enduring the pain. The four-sound ninja quickly dropped it and grabbed their leader before fleeing at top speed. Oh no, you don't, the Umbu said in quick pursuit. Sixth melody, Flag Onekela said, the female member playing a tune, blasting them backwards long enough to escape. Damn it, said an Umbu as he helped the other two up. Naruto-kun! Cried Hinata and Hanabi as they ran to the blonde. Oh Kami, no please, Hitomi cried out as she ran as well. Naruto-kun, hold on, Sarutobi said as he too ran to help the boy, who was laying in an ever-expanding pool of blood. Thanks for watching this video. You really enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, and comment down below, and turn on that bell notification. Don't forget to support and follow Twawa Moristafox for writing that awesome fanfic, and also make sure to comment on this story, link in the description. See you in the next video. Goodbye.